Welcome to the extra large head club. We've got some very important topics today, like very large hats for one, the Hadron Collider for number two. We're talking about July 5th. It's going to be a big day. And gay texts. All here on the Legal Name Podcast.
It's legal.
It's illegal.
So legal advice for legal dummies.
We asked a question, and the question was, what's more gay, having sideways sex or having on top, on bottom sex? To our friend who is admittedly gay, and he said, what does that mean? He has no idea what it means. And he says yes now. He just said yes, that sideways sex is more gay. A gay person just said that sideways sex is more gay than on top, on bottom sex. So we got that cleared up immediately, actually.
Real time.
That was real time, too.
Yeah, and he's actually one of our Patreons, or patrons. What do you call
Patreon subscribers or whatever, I think.
We should probably figure out the verbiage before we try to promote it. Because I don't know what to call that shit, but
it's in the link
of he's either an expert or he's not gay. He's either an expert or he's not actually gay. I don't know which one it is.
No, honestly. In the link of every single video on this channel, there is a link to our Patreon. So please, I don't know, give me 5 cents.
Subscribe.
Dude, I'm gonna start putting my Venmo in the bio instead. Jesus Christ, dude. I'll invest in like real shit. Any dollar that I get, I'll just have. I don't use Venmo first and foremost. Pretty much ever. I like cash. Cash is king. I don't know what else to say about that.
Cash is king. Honestly, that's what's so funny is that what do you call that? Not that like phrase, or it doesn't ring true anymore. Like cash isn't king because like cash is losing its value nonstop.
It is because those fucking charts that I sent the other day. The whole reason about this, and shout out to Dr. Peterson for making these, but
oh no, Dr. Jordan B. Peterson.
No, different one.
Oh, okay, I thought you were referring to Jordan Peterson as Dr. Peterson. That's funny. Well, look how clean my room is. You know what this is? Do you know what this is?
No. All right. If you agree with the globalists and like, hey, if you agree with Klaus Schwab and you're on this side of the argument and you're like, okay, globalization. The reason that globalization is great is because they can start using a digital currency and they can start providing negative returns. So right now, if you put
negative interest rate.
If you put a $1 bill into the bank account, then you're always going to get a $1 bill back out of the bank account because it's your $1 bill. But on the other hand, if everything's digital, they can just subtract money out of your fucking account. And they can do it for, we're supporting the Ukraine. And they can just deduct shit out of people's fucking digital wallets. Do you see how bad that could be?
Well, right, because that's the difference between a liquid and I wouldn't say stable, because like that's basically they refer, like in economics, the textbooks still say that the dollar is a stable currency, which is not. It moves more than Ethereum at this point. Pretty bad. True. But like at that point, you need something to reference. So it's like you got the liquid shit, which is basically like the US dollar. But yeah, it's like all about the interest rates, because for a while they're actually negative interest rates. So it means the more money that you bought, the more money you would make off of it. Or, well, basically you get a $300,000 loan, you pay it off over 5 years, and then you only actually pay $290,000.
The Federal Reserve
crazy
only has
negative, but
one tool, and their one tool is to adjust fucking interest rates, and that is their only tool. That's the only power that the Federal Reserve has, and they do it to basically support the ultra wealthy 0.001%,
right,
and they do it
because they create that lag.
0.99%.
That lag that they do, like, you know how they're like, oh, we're adjusting the Fed rates to deal with inflation, but it's like, oh no, you're going off an inflation figure from 6 months ago, so it's not real time adjustment. So like literally their little thing that they're that gap, you know, that delay, that's what causes recession. And this time that delay is going to be much larger because they're also closing a larger gap. They're going from near zero interest rates all the way up to like 4.5%. And honestly, if they wanted to truly balance the economy back to where it is and get all the debts back in line, you would have to balloon payment and basically not like without proration of all of these debts that are federally funded. You would have to bring up to like a 20% rate to actually balance the economy, even within 50 years. And
But
20% would crash everything. It's insane.
That argument, it kind of gets dwindled down by the fact that the big banks have bought like 50% of the single family homes in the United States in the last like 2 years.
Right, yeah, because the growth of equity is going to dip. Nobody's gonna have equity.
Everything is dependent on the big banks, which the big banks are the big banks have the government in their pocket, quite literally. Like,
oh yeah. Well, no, that's the whole thing. I can't say it on YouTube, but I was thinking of a very funny thing about like why money isn't like tangible. It's because it's like, well, I guess the basic way to describe it is like basically, okay, just imagine like the Roman Catholic Church still ruled like every single currency, and they decide the valuation of that currency based on the loyalty to the central church, right? So like currencies that are doing really well, it's because they're kind of adhering to the notions of the one world together. You know what I mean? Like ESGs
Mussolini or La Blonde or whatever, the fucking fascist people that are.
Well, right. Technically, it's just fascism. It's Italian style fascism, like masochistic fascism, basically. Like basically where they're just like, oh yeah, fuck the people, they're cannon fodder. Like it's all about the elites, but they make the elite class sizable, like to where it's like 20% of the population. But then they just kill off everybody else to get more land and get all these assets, and then they restart. 200 years later, the society that's built from that forgets about it. Like look at like, there's so many weird things. Like you always hear about like, you know, World War II, Vietnam. You don't hear about the Korean War too much. You also honestly don't learn too much about the Cold War, which is weird. Like with Cuba, like remember in high school, like you didn't learn very much about the Cold War.
Cold War is the only way that our generation found out about the Cold War was through like fucking Black Ops 1 Call of Duty.
Well, and the Cuban Missile Crisis. That was the only thing that was like actually relayed to the American populace at the time. But that's what's nuts though, is like that all that stuff was fabricated by like the CIA essentially. So that's kind of why they delayed that getting out. And that's all like Bay of Pigs. Once the Bay of Pigs once the Bay of Pigs came out, that scandal was actually like validated. You realize, oh yeah, okay, a lot of these things where the United States has to respond because such and such attacked such and such ship, so the U.S. has to attack. But it's like, oh, the U.S. blew up that ship so they can go in there. Like that's, you know, and they blame it on the enemy that they want. Like that's how it all works. But I don't know. We'll see. I love the hat.
Even though it's an extra large, it still has the buttons on it. It's like a rocket.
Well, you know what's funny? That's really, it doesn't look big.
Guard, dude. Let me see if I can turn it around.
I wasn't even I wasn't even I wasn't even gonna bring this up, but I thought you were wearing a wave cap this whole time. Like I wasn't even like gonna doubt it because you always do.
My mama gave me. She had to special order it because I got such a big head, dude. I swear.
Oh, is that like a garden hat? That looks like something you got at a gas station.
It's specially ordered. No, they don't make that shit for my size of head, dude.
What do you have, like an 8 1/4?
I I went to Home Depot and tried to buy a fucking hat, and I bought the biggest one they had. It still didn't fit me. I got a big head, dude.
Well, maybe your head is still
All my
growing.
hair. I got a lot of hair right now.
Yeah, you have too much hair. That's insane. You know what's funny is like when you were a kid and you had curly hair, you get made fun of. But when you're an adult, you wish you had curly hair because it's always like thick, and like whenever you get haircuts, it actually looks good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so when you're a kid, you always get made fun of. Like you couldn't have your hair as an 8-year like that long as an 8-year-old and like not get like you get bullied all the fucking time.
I know. Well, I don't know. I
But
had my
now
hair.
it's dope. Like it's so weird how that works. It's so weird how that works.
I've never had it below my chin before. It's like
Oh, that's wild.
really long. It's the longest it's ever been right now.
Well,
I haven't
you've
cut
been
my
growing it
hair.
for what, 2 years? Has it been 2 years?
No, it's been about a year. I did cut my grandma, and my mom both cut the sides of my hair in July of last year. So it's been a year
Wow.
almost because it's the 30th, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
July's tomorrow. Isn't that wild?
so it's been a year. I've never gotten a haircut for an entire year.
I can't believe you've lived there for like 2.5 years.
I know. It's
That's
been a
wild.
blast.
Well, I was just thinking about because I moved into my house at about the same time, and I was just thinking about it as like, fuck, like that just seems like I was just touring this place like a couple weeks ago. It's insane.
Dude, yeah, that's something one of my coworkers told me. It feels like they've been flashing through life recently. And I
Oh, it
swear
sucks, dude.
it's because the Hadron Collider is building up energy right
No, I think what's going on
now.
is
No, it's going.
everybody,
The Hadron
dude,
Collider is
corporate
going off on
America.
July 5th. Do not drink alcohol on the 4th of July. I repeat, do not drink alcohol on the 4th of July. You need to meditate so you don't get sent to the fuck universe because of fucking the Mandela effect and the Bernstein Bears and the Disney
Oh
movie.
yeah, you gotta get aligned with the proper elves, the clockwork elves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get aligned with the proper spirit before you actually ejaculate into the universe.
Hey, I could get down with some of that shit, dude. I like some of that
Okay,
cool girl shit. That shit's fucking trippy. Makes you think.
dude. That you know what's really wild is well about time speeding up. It's like if we get some patrons or Patreons, um, before they know it, they'll be watching both of us battle prostate cancer.
I know. Oh no.
Like, yeah, it's like, damn, that seems like yesterday when we
Dude,
weren't dying.
please subscribe. Donate to our fucking GoFundMe.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, that's like, well, you know what's wild is like, I can't wait to get old because you can get away with so much shit. You just don't have to try anymore. Like, or you don't have to act like you try anymore. Like, you can just do your own thing, make your money, live your life, and just don't give a fuck. Like, when you're in your 50s, like, as soon as you get gray hair, you can just kind of do whatever you want. You're like, oh, I got pulled over for smoking a blunt in my Jaguar convertible, like my piece of shit 1996 Jaguar convertible. But the cop let me go because turns out he guards the casino I go to every single day. Like that type of shit. Like just turn into like just a piece of trash. Just like I go to the river for fun. Like those types of people. Like just like I like to go to like the
Dude,
local tributary.
trying to become that, to be honest with you. I'm trying to get a fucking gator farm out here in the Everglades or something.
Do you ever find yourself just throwing rocks at a tree for fun? That's basically, yeah. Do you ever just like piss in public and you don't give a fuck? Yeah, that's basically what you can do when you're in your mid-50s. Like it doesn't matter.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, exactly. You just do that to everything. Dogs, people. Like first, like, sir, you can't piss here. You're like, shut the fuck up, loser.
Put some grass seed out in this little dead patch I have that doesn't get much sun. I just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start growing rye in this area because I put down some Bermuda, but it's been a whole 3 months. It ain't done shit. I put it.
Rye does great.
Yeah, so I just put down rye in this shady area. it's all about like this tall, and Birdie will go out there and she'll just like fucking see a cat, and she'll freak out, tear up all the little tiny pieces of grass. Yeah, and I'm just like,
you gotta like gate it off. Do you have any more of that fencing stuff? You just need to like make like a temporary.
Oh yeah, I don't. I want to buy some more though. It's
because when you seed your whole yard, you'll want to split it off into half. Like seed it first, and then let it grow for a week, and then switch to the other side and let that go for a week. That way, she can only get like to half of the yard at a time. It doesn't screw up your entire fucking yard. Or you'll have like like the path that they run in. Like grass will never grow there if they keep going around that path. And that's what I was gonna ask you. Does her peeing on it like kill the grass?
No, it doesn't. Her
shit doesn't. Bruce does that.
What?
Bruce, wherever he pees, like 2 weeks later, the grass right there will be completely dead.
I collect rainwater off of the roof and I give it to Birdie, and she does. Her piss doesn't.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's like the chlorine or something inside of the city water. That like.
Well, we have an old pot. Well, you have your house is technically. Like your house is technically old, I guess, because like whatever the pipe running from the city to your house is for water, it's probably like one of those iron, like that's what we have, like a galvanized pipe, and those build up tons of like calcium stuff, and like it makes it hard, the hard water. Because that's what I've noticed. I was always like, why do I have dry skin in the middle of summer when I'm sweating all the time? It doesn't make sense, and it's because of that.
There will be like. I have 2 identical bowls, and I'll fill one with like rainwater that's like freshly collected, and I'll fill one with like water out of my sink. And she'll literally 9 times out of 10 drink the rainwater one first.
Oh yeah.
But she'll
and if you notice,
I'm like, hey, do your thing. Like you're a dog. This is probably what you like to survive on. I don't know.
Well, she's from the streets anyway, so she.
Yeah, it's like she is from the hood, so. She's from the trailer park hood, which is a whole different story. That's where people.
The other thing too is I've tried that before, and like whenever you just have like normal tap water, it evaporates a lot faster too. Like if you even like if you just put stuff in a Brita, like through a Brita filter, it doesn't like evaporate as fast. And like if you Brita filter something and you put it into like a pan, it boils way faster than like regular tap water. Dude, I think like where I live has the worst water ever.
Rainwater collection tanks, dude. I'm telling you, that's the best thing. All right, why don't we
get an underground one?
Why don't we develop a company, and it's a fucking 5-gallon barrel with a 6-foot section of gutter and another 6-foot section of gutter that goes into it, and it's got a spigot on it. We sell this unit for $500, and it only costs us what? $25 for a used barrel. We clean it up, put a spigot on there. What is that? Another $5. Then we get some 2 6-foot sections of gutter, and like the one is going to be a downspout gutter, and the other one's going to be a roof gutter. And what is that going to cost us? Maybe fucking $80 nowadays. So we're
if you buy your own, if you buy like one of those trucks that can make its own seamless gutter, you can do that.
$130 with labor and packaging and shipping per unit, and we're selling them for $500. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and then
profit margin.
You offer, you sell it as a franchise.
It's so easy.
You sell it as a franchise, and then they offer free local delivery. But if you want installation, it starts at $155. Why $155? Who knows? But it's not $150. Oh fuck! So loud. Oh okay. You need some noise canceling. You sound like you're in an aeroplane. You sound like you're on an autoplane.
What are you doing? What?
Luftwaffe.
Hey, I hear it's dangerous to drive with headphones in, but that's what I'm doing.
No, deaf people can drive. Why do they get away with it?
Because they got a special license, dude.
Dude, I saw this video of a blind skateboarder the other day. It was wild. He's like a professional skateboarder and he's blind. And he wears a bandana around his eyes and it's wild, dude. You gotta see this. Like, Dude, no, like, and he uses the stick to feel when he's gonna jump up something or like blind. It's insane. You get like,
Shut the fuck
and he's
up.
like in his mid-30s too. It's wild. You gotta see it. Gotta see it.
Pull that shit up, Jamie.
Gotta see it.
Sick. That sounds like something
It's
I
viral.
would do if I went blind.
Dude, if I was blind, I would probably just kill myself like immediately.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe
That
on
or do a
accident,
bunch of
maybe on
acid.
purpose. I don't know.
Lots of acid.
I'd rather be deaf.
Connor, what fucking room are you in?
I'm in your old bedroom.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm the ghost that lived under your floor, Simon.
Oh look, I got a white person haircut.
Oh, me too. Nice. It's a cultural appropriation.
Dude, my fucking apartment is pretty sick looking though. Haven't been there, but you know, I'm already signing the lease and shit. So.
Sick looking? Does it have a fever?
Huh?
Does it have a fever?
A fever. Yeah, it's
Doesn't have
terminally
COVID.
ill.
You said it was sickly.
It's terminally ill.
List the maladies, please.
It's got a fucking amphitheater, so it's got a stage in the courtyard that isn't ever going to be used. It's just there to increase the rent price.
There's a fight going on outside of my house. I gotta go check on it.
Yeah, go look at it and see what's up. Hey, Matt, you know what's hilarious? Whenever you were asking about, like, or you said, I couldn't get a hold of my last apartment, I'm pretty sure they actually might have torn those down.
Oh,
like,
really?
I was thinking about it after you said that. They might have gotten torn. So, like, they also just killed the people that owned it. You know what I mean? Like, nothing about it exists anymore. It's just gone forever.
Well, all right. So their hours are fucking 2:30 to 5:30.
What?
Yeah.
I wish that sounds like the best job on earth.
I mean, think about it. You're at the fucking apartment complex in Stillwater. They literally, all their complaints, like, they're not going to have a lot of fucking, tenants there. They can do all their complaints in one afternoon.
Right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Especially in the summer. Yeah, there's really not much going on. They probably just bring in, like, temp people as interns, like marketing interns, like just in, like, the move-in time or whatever.
Okay, but this place has the one that I'm going to has a restaurant built into the first floor, as well as like a coffee shop and fucking.
Is it in Lenexa or Overland Park?
No, it's in I think maybe Platte City.
Oh, right next to the river, the Missouri River.
Hey, Colton just yeah, it is next to the river. Colton just sent me a message about looking up our old addresses. Literally what we're talking about.
Oh, is he trying to get a new place too, probably?
He just moved into one, so I'm not sure why.
Oh, maybe he's trying to get a loan for like a car or something like that.
I could see it. Speaking of car, there's some shitty piece of shit, Suzuki piece of shit, fucking junker behind me that keeps driving my ass.
Well, I get phone calls all the time from people I hired like 2 years ago that are always like, they're just from some random place, and it's like, yeah, we're looking. This is the office of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We're trying to get a security clearance for blah blah blah. Can you confirm their employment? And I usually just like, I don't even respond. I just like, if they give me an email, I'll just like email them back like a different company.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, that's not me.
That's not me. Yeah. That goes to our CSAs, actually.
I'm
You're
just like, I don't
people's
do that.
fucking security clearances.
That's not my job.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, I have people all the time that, or if like this is like, hey, this is Daryl from Rent Center.
Oh,
this
hey,
is.
it was
Did you
a fucking
ever? I need to
Nissan
get
Frontier.
employment verification so they can get a couch. Like, like people they'll get like they'll rent a couch, and then they call you for employment verification, like errands, like rent a center, all that. Yeah,
Yes,
like
I've
those
gotten
places.
that.
And I'm like, damn, this person's trying to spend $400 a month on a couch.
Okay, so that apartment I thought seemed like it was going to be cool. Like I still think it's going to be. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but I was on the phone and Mitchell was on the phone with me. We were talking to the guy, and Mitchell's like, "Okay, do you think your couch is going to fit in there?" And the guy's like, "Oh, how big of a couch?" Like he doesn't know if the fucking like, oh shit, cocksucker
Do you have
behind me
a
honking
couch?
at me. Yeah, I have a heavy ass fucking.
Did you just die? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wait, what floor is it on?
Second floor. But
Okay,
this
that's
place
not too
has
bad.
fucking elevators.
Right, but some
I don't
stuff
know
you
if the
just
thing's.
can't fit in an elevator.
Huh?
Like some stuff you just can't fit in an elevator. Like it really
Yeah.
depends what it is, but like yeah, like if you have like a sectional couch, sometimes they're like 7 feet sections, so you just can't fit it in an elevator.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't fit, honestly. It's gonna suck because that fucking couch, it's one of those motorized ones. And it's got fucking like subwoofers in it and shit.
Mm. Well, see those multi-floor living units, and that's basically what that is. It's like multiple floors, or like the base floor is always like shops and then a parking garage, and then all on top of that, it's like mixed use. That's what it's called, mixed use developments. Those are super popular in like metro places, but that's the only bad thing though is that like basically everything they only build it to fire code and they build it conveniently. So like if there's stairs, like a fire exit stairwell, and you can only fit like a tiny couch up that, and then either that or the elevator, and that's it. So you have to get like smaller furniture, but
yeah,
I don't know.
That
Apartments to me are always. I always, if I ever got an apartment, I would want like a loft that was built like out of an old factory or something like that. That'd be cool.
Klaus Schwab, he wants you to own nothing and be happy.
Cool.
I'm gonna start
Anyway,
just buying like random plots of land, like half an acre for like $6,000. I'm just gonna buy that one day for no reason, in like a shitty part of town too, just like a horror. Like I don't want to do anything. I'm just gonna have.
Honey, we're renting our socks.
Renting our socks. It's everything is Amazon. What do they call that? Amazon fashion, or where you can like try something on before
if you go on the World Economic Forum website, goal number 3, it has a little short clip attached to their third goal, which Klaus Schwab owns, and it says it's a little picture of a drone delivering stuff, and it basically says you will own nothing and rent everything. And
well, I mean, that's basically what everybody does because everything's a.
They're delivering a package of socks.
That's basically what subscription services are. Because think about it, you outsource your access to certain things, but you don't own it. Like instead of buying like a box set DVD of your favorite show, like of all the seasons, instead of doing that, now you just get a subscription that you end up paying $10 a month for 2 years, and then it goes up to $15, and then you pay that for another 4 years. And at the end of the day, you spend $600 when you just bought the box set for the shit you like for the same price. And you could actually
Connor, you're talking about buying a fucking collection of books versus going to the fucking library. All right, you're not just paying a subscription for that one collection of books. You're paying for all the books.
Wait, he's talking
well, I mean, you're limited to what that library can hold, but then also, what if the library burns down? Then you don't own anything. You're fucked. All you have is your library card. You can't use the library anymore because the library burned down. Like if you actually own
zombie
that's what's good. It's good to have physical assets.
That's the first place people are gonna go is into like government buildings because it's gonna start with anarchy.
Oh well, the Library of Alexandria. Weren't we talking about that a few weeks ago? Library of Alexandria.
Yeah. Then it's gonna. Yeah, we literally mentioned this on a previous episode.
Yeah,
go back
it's
and
like,
check
dude,
it out.
all that knowledge.
I'll link it in the description below.
Luckily, everything's digitized.
Just kidding.
But who owns
totally
the
forget
right
to do
that? Yeah, do blockchain. That's what we gotta do. Yeah, blockchain's doing so good right now, dude. I think my total crypto accounts are down to like $80.
I know.
And it used to be like $1,200. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Why the
Just
fuck
keep it
is
in
there
there.
a fucking
Just
trash
keep it in
wagon
there.
in my fucking parking spot?
I say, don't
Going,
remove it.
are you rolling your car again? Damn it.
Huh?
He flipped off an overpass.
Hey, time in the
kidding.
market is better than timing in the market. Just remember that.
Hey,
Well, right, but like now would also be if you have like some extra cash, now is a good time to throw it at the market.
guys, wait.
But only in like hedge funds and like things, or well, not hedge funds,
Only
but like,
in super
I don't know, maybe invest in
Hey.
a market fund, like a market fund.
Only super speculative trades. Like you
Look
want
at
to
this parking
do like
situation.
3/4 leveraged. You want to do like 3/4 leveraged, like TQQQQ, like tech funds. Like
Hey,
that's
is
what
this
you
okay?
want to do
tech
right now.
funds, and then
those
also like
are
tech manufacturers.
Rock fucking bottom prices right now. And like, if you believe in technology, then like, why wouldn't you invest in it at its lowest point? You know?
Oh my God, what is that? Somebody parked in his front yard.
Oh my
Well,
God,
Look how I fucking parked next to it.
they lost their house, and so they just live in a van now.
Yeah, they're squatting in the driveway.
Well, look at all the vehicles we've got right here.
Whose
What
RV
the
is
fuck?
that? Is there somebody sleeping in there?
This is my mom's. That's Mitchell Knowles' van.
Okay,
Wait.
we lost him.
So his
We lost him.
mom lives with his dad now, I think. Or wait.
Yeah, his mom lives with his dad and his dad's girlfriend.
All right, now watch this.
So is your
Okay,
mom
introduce
there?
us to everybody.
It's not my birthday.
Say hi. Yay!
What's going on?
It's so good to see everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hey.
What's up?
I'm Crocodile Dundee, or you can call me Unc
Wait, who's that person squatting right there?
Sam, Uncle Sam.
Who was that
Uncle
pooping on
Sam.
the floor? Oh. Yeah. Classic. I bet that cat's stressed out right now. There's like 6 dogs out there. Oh, yep, there's that dumbass stupid dog.
So, like, if we're
Someone say my name.
like a couple hundred away from the bonus, then I usually will get it.
No one said your name.
Alden?
Dude, was that one of your brothers?
Don't walk in on them having sex. Don't do it. Oh, another dog.
Oh, it's Ava. Is that Ava? Oh, is that my precious?
I have a whole fucking collection of them.
Oh
Well,
my
look.
goodness, look at all these puppies. Oh
Whose
my
big gold thing is
goodness.
that?
Turn it sideways.
Whose big golden is
What?
that?
Turn it
No.
sideways.
Damn.
Whose feet are those?
Oh, is that Ava? She's gotten thick, dude.
Oh, damn.
Oh, who's cooking fresh pizza?
Domino's. Do you still have a 50% off coupon to there?
Damn.
I'm on the phone.
Dude, honestly, I could go for some Domino's right now.
Damn. This is going to make my blood sugar spike.
There's one about like 30 feet from my house. I might as well call it in here.
This one is chicken pineapple.
Oh, that looks fancy.
Yeah, Matt, eat the pineapple one.
Yeah, dude, do it for the gram.
Wait. Are you guys kidding me? I'm the reason we got fucking pineapple.
You are somehow picking up the most of the screen, but also the least of the screen at the same time. How is that happen? The format is ridiculous. There we go. That's better. That's great.
No.
It's more balanced than this is.
Took the cover off?
Oh, okay, there we go.
Why?
I gotta
Wow.
adjust my camera.
Damn, what the fuck?
Hey
Hey
everyone.
Matt, there's still a hot dog up above that light.
Birthday party.
Whose birthday is it?
Whose
It can't
birthday
be
is it?
Matt's. Well,
Your
that's
birthday's not until
Yeah, dude.
Tuesday.
Jesus.
It's almost a week away.
Jesus.
Dude, I'm going to
Wait,
fucking...
hold on. Do you have cat ears?
Today's
Oh wait, hold on. It looks like you were
Thursday.
wearing cat ears. Hey,
It's June 30th.
move your
Dude, I'm going to my
look back.
fucking...
Dude, it looks like you're wearing
moving.
cat ears. Yeah, there. It looks like cat ears. You're a streamer girl.
Alright, I'm gonna eat some food and socialize.
Okay, be sure to test your blood sugar. I don't want you dying on your birthday.
Well, yeah, like I was trying to say, I'm moving to fucking Kansas, so I won't have a birthday.
Oh, Michelob Ultra. That's actually really good. Oh
You're
no,
gonna
we'll
move there
just
this weekend. This weekend.
we'll just mail you a bunch of fertilizer.
On the 5th.
Is that your birthday?
No.
The 3rd is your birthday.
Yeah.
Matthew, don't drink.
Oh, I thought it was the 5th.
Matthew, don't drink that. Who are you on the phone with?
I think Mitchell's making a loud noise.
What?
He's over there yelling.
Oh.
Oh, there's the other one.
Where's the?
Mitchell, I don't want any of your fucking breast milk on my pizza.
Ew. Are you sure?
Eric said he drinks that stuff. Who's Eric?
Sounds pretty good.
Mom, where's the Ziploc bags at?
Really, a firefighter drinks breast milk. That's surprising.
All right, dude. Enjoy your birthday party. We'll let you enjoy your birthday party. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh
Who's
my
this?
god. This is the guy from the Top Gun, right? Is this,
He's just the guy from Top Gun.
I would like to purchase some equipment.
dude, that. Oh, is that Barbie? Hey, say your other brother looks like he's from the Lumberjack.
Oh, it's The Rock. Oh no, it's one of those family parties where everybody's gonna end up crying and yelling at each other at the end of the night. You got vodka? Come on, that's crazy.
Yeah, everybody's gonna start dancing for some reason.
Dancing and then crying and dancing.
Oh.
Well, sweet. I'll have to come visit you in old KC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where
Rock
you at in
chalk.
KC? Send me your Addy. You got a 1-bedroom or a 2?
I'm sure they have direct flights to.
0.
He has no bedroom.
Studio.
Oh no, so it's like a Bucky
He has
situation. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
you gotta go stripper pole.
Matthew.
Yeah,
Some
dude.
fucking vodka.
Stripper pole.
You can only get a stripper pole in a studio apartment. That's how it works.
Huh?
You can only get
Yeah.
a stripper pole in a studio apartment if it's less than 400 square feet.
Oh,
If
it's
it's over
big.
400 square feet, you have to have a mechanical bull.
Yeah.
it's 478 square feet.
Damn, I was right on the money. Like, pretty close, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She wants to know if you're in the bath.
Oh,
What?
goodness. Who is that?
Wait, so
Who is
478 square feet, that's like a 4 by...
That's
You
better.
you have a
You don't know
4
who
by
that is?
10
He's a
apartment.
small motherfucker.
I'm Simon.
No, they've been talking for 30 minutes. I've been on here for I don't
30
know.
minutes.
No, tell them we're live streaming.
Oh yeah, we're live streaming, guys.
Was it Facebook?
No, thank God.
No, we're
Something
famous.
that.
Facebook is bad. I don't want my aunt seeing this.
They're like, how'd you get those little people in
How many
there?
people are watching? Probably 0.
Yeah, it is.
He's talking shit. Here, let me change the settings so you can hear him.
Wait, you don't need to hear me.
Here.
Hi, how are you? What is your name?
Hello, I am
Yeah.
producer. Hello, I am
Hello,
producer.
how are you? What is your name? You gotta give it.
I
it's a
don't know what
legal
that
name.
is. Is that
It's a
crack
legal name.
cocaine?
Stupid shit.
Oh no, that's not good.
Michael. Oh,
You
goodness.
didn't
You're one
show
of
his
those?
name tag.
Are you a
That's not good.
transsexual? You named Michael or something?
No, his name's Mikhail. Oh, we'll see.
Michelle.
Dude, they're over there just look.
Yeah,
He's eating pizza and dipping it in vodka.
Dude, no way. Don't dip that pizza in vodka. That's like high diabetes,
Hold on.
bad things.
This is high
I
diabetes.
think he's eating. I think he's eating pineapple on pizza.
How is it? How is the pineapple? Give it
That's
a
crazy.
review.
I've never seen him eat a vegetable before.
Have you ever had Ciroc? It's good.
Oh, Fred Woodley Benson.
Yeah, I've had alcohol.
It's a
I
rock.
try it sometimes. I try alcohol sometimes.
Dude,
You've never had alcohol before?
I'm the blackest motherfucker that you could ever
Look at this.
think of, dude. I've had some.
Oh damn! A three-legged wiener dog. That's hilarious.
It'll grow back here in a little bit.
That's hilarious. Wiener dogs can't even walk with four legs. How the fuck does that thing move around?
Hey, if you come over, you can pet my wiener.
Pops.
Oh, that's that's a bit of a drive.
How much will you pay me?
He just walked off. So you can pet my wiener. It's like that's a bit of a drive. He just walked off. All right, Mattson, enjoy your birthday party.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Alex Jones is about to hop on here, so he we'll. It's only got three.
About to
Damn, I want some pizza.
of insulin. Go get a lead.
Well, congratulations! You just made me want to order Domino's, so I guess that's what I'm going to be doing.
Dude, you're good advertising. You know that?
Yeah, that was actually. I'm like
We should get
craving
sponsored.
Domino's.
Hey,
So
Domino's, email in our YouTube account. Just email us Domino's, and we'll sponsor every one. I swear.
Good idea. I mean, they need it. Anyway,
We got a former employee right here, dude,
I'm the one that made the Zaws.
and we got a consumer and an advertising and everything. And like, come on,
Anyway.
Domino's, please help a brother out, Domino's.
Peace.
Later. Happy birthday. Oh. Rookie Zuki. Oi. Rookie Zuki. Oi. Beer auto.
Happy
Okay, keep going.
birthday. Happy birthday, Matthew.
Yeah, dude, I get to do my first catering gig on Sunday.
Your catering gig?
Yeah, I'm gonna do probably 8 pounds of pulled pork and then probably 4 or 5 racks of ribs for a 4th of July party.
Oh shit! Are
I'm
you gonna get
excited.
some money for it?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, no way!
Hell yeah,
How'd you
dude.
set this up, dude?
I'm ready to. I really want to get into like competition barbecue stuff. That'd be so fucking fun. I know that seems like dumb as shit, but that seems like the most fun hobby on earth. Because like literally all you have to do, dude, I can literally just travel the United States and then just make barbecue, drink beer, smoke weed and cigars, and then just talk to cool people. Like that seems like a dream.
And be like a millionaire at the same time.
Oh, dude, and I could bring like my Jeep everywhere, like go off roading at all these different places, like do all this crazy. That'd be so much fun. And I love, dude, that's what I love. Like, I love cooking for people. Like that's like been my thing lately. It's just like cooking for like, hey, try this out. Tell me what you think.
True.
But I'll never be a person that opens a restaurant because that's just not profitable. Like you can do a catering business if you can just teach everybody how to cook exactly how you do it and like, you know, train some people up really well. But that's like kind of what I want is like a little side hustle, and then also once I have enough capital to start my fucking hot rod business, whatever the hell that's gonna be. I don't know what it is. I just want to. I just thought about it the other day. I want to have like
Yeah.
a shop where I just work on
The
cars
hot
with like an 80-inch TV in it that's just playing YouTube videos all day. That'd be the best work environment for me.
the hot rod business, you have to like pass it off on like one of your fucking sons or something. Like, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, that's the deal. I'm ready to start cranking out some kids. I
Yeah,
think.
dude.
Hopefully. I don't
And then
know.
you just like create an empire.
Okay, dude. Just have like 6 boys, and they're just like our little slaves. They can tend to my garden. I don't know if Lauren
Yeah,
could
boys are
handle
cheap to
putting out that
raise.
much shit.
I feed my boys on $10 a month. All they eat is
Dude, I fed
rice,
myself on like
chicken
when I was
scratch.
living in Stillwater, I was feeding myself on like $20 a week somehow.
Yeah.
It was horrible. It was horrible, dude.
I'm eating mac and cheese right now, dude.
Well, see, that's my guilty pleasures. I spend all of my money on like good food. I love good
Oh,
food.
exactly. Yeah.
Like, it's actually kind of weird because I actually save money by eating out for every single meal
Mm-hmm.
than I do if I go to the grocery store because I'll spend $200 on like 2 days worth of food.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh well, I need all this shit for this one recipe. I have to buy $80 worth of ingredients for one recipe before I
Exactly.
buy the expensive meat for it or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to do, but I don't know. I was thinking about those dudes that just drive around like selling meat out of like trucks. I'm just gonna like start hitting up those people. Apparently that same company is like who provides like to all the restaurants around here. So I'm just gonna see if I can just call them directly and be like, hey, can I just get like 20 pounds of just random ass like steaks and shit like that,
Dude, you can get like a
bacon.
quarter cow, dude. Just go in.
Well,
Get a quarter.
I don't have a big freezer and I don't have room for a deep freezer. And I also don't have an outlet for like a deep. Even my
Oh,
basement, I
like
don't. I could put a deep freeze in my basement, but I don't have like a good outlet down there either. Like I only have like a little lamp outlet. Um, I could put a
no,
mini fridge down there, I bet, but
I think
it's
I
always
might be getting
humid.
I think I might be getting like an old shitty deep freezer soon and just plugging it in outside. I don't
It's
have
not a
any
bad
space.
idea. You just got to make sure nothing like builds a nest around the coils, or else it'll stop cooling. Like you'll
Yeah.
have to figure out. Like basically, you'll just have to like go out there with a blower like twice a week and just blow all the shit out of the fan and like the cooling system.
I'd probably put it on like pavers or something, you know what I mean?
Honestly, I think what you should do, you need like at least like a 1 car garage on your house so you can just like store shit. But I don't know where. Like I think you could do it off of the north side of your living room right behind you. Like extend that wall out and just put a garage there, and then if you extended that wall where your TV is, you could also put another window on that wall. That way you wouldn't have like no windows in your living room. But basically behind you in the corner is where the door to the garage would be. But then you could just have your toolbox, all your shit, all your weightlifting equipment, all your like you could just and then like also you could have like you could even put like a window unit AC unit in that garage. So you could like grow plants indoors like for seedlings and things like that.
That
You
would
could
be
have like
sick.
an indoor greenhouse, all that stuff. So that's the deal. Like, is lumber expensive down there?
It's gone down a lot recently. Well, one second.
It's still expensive here.
It's gone down a ton here. It was really expensive whenever I bought a fence. But hey, the benefit of living in fucking East Tampa is people don't think about that kind of stuff. And they'll just leave lumber out and like they'll just like throw it out. Like they'll set it by their trash cans. And I just
I've
grab
seen
it.
that
Like
before. Yeah.
2x4s, like brand new 2x4s. I'm like, they're throwing these away. I'll pick them up. I'll save
That's why
them.
you do. That's why you need a trailer, so you can
I
just like
know.
pick up like like if you see like just a pallet of like cinder blocks and it's like free, and you're like, fuck yeah, I'll just load those up right now.
Yeah, exactly. People just trying to get rid of shit. I'm like, what? Like they
That's
could be like
badass.
selling this, like honestly, because it's like,
Well, I saw it
you
before.
know,
I saw like panels of a fence, like just panels of a fence, like laying by the curb, like leaned up against a new fence, but they were all in great shape. It was
And it
like
says like
probably
free
40
on them.
panels.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, and it said free, and like they spray painted free on it, which is hilarious. But uh, it's yeah, like I guess 46-foot sections. That's enough for 240 feet of fence. I mean, you could fence an entire yard. Like it was literally like they took their entire fence that was already in great shape and just replaced it with a brand new one, but took it down panel by panel. So I was like, damn, if I had a trailer right now, like I could literally like that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
So like build your own fence kit, $600. Just come pick it up. Like, and that's a bargain for a fence. Like $600, that's a
True.
bargain. Like even if you gotta do like if you gotta buy the 4x4s and all that shit by yourself and like the cement, but like still $600 just for like the wood itself is because those little pickets are like $2 each, and if you need like a couple thousand of them,
dude, I did
and
my
then all
fence.
the other shit.
I did my fence. Whenever wood prices were like at their peak, basically, I found the cheapest company out there, and they just did like a little L, and it was like $2,000.
Well,
I
that's
was
the
like,
deal. Like at least
holy
you get a
shit!
fence, but then you have to go back and fix it all the time because they only
Yeah.
like they just like bare bones that shit. That's my aunt got a fence like right before she moved out of her house, and like a week later after she got the fence done, I went over there to like work on like some like landscaping stuff, and I opened the gate and it just fell up like the hinge like just fell off like it was only a
Oh
week old, and it
no!
was because they didn't even like the hinges and the latch, everything was just like built onto the pickets, not even the actual like studs or anything.
Are
And it
you
was just kind of like,
serious?
yeah, it was just like literally slapped together. And I think that's what she did. She's like, I'm gonna sell this house. I can raise the value by like, $10,000 if I say it has a fence. And but I only spent like, $800 on the fence.
Yeah, exactly.
It helps. It definitely helps. But yeah, I don't know. That's the deal. Is like
I'll just get
I'm
the
actually kind
little
of glad.
neighborhood boy to install it.
I'm actually glad that like the housing market's kind of crazy right now because I'm not incentivized to buy anything. So like it's actually a good time to like just work my ass off, save as much money as possible, and then when there's a huge crash, I can buy like a foreclosure, you know,
Yeah,
something like that. Because remember, dude, do you remember like it's
that
probably like
is
back when
true.
we were in high school, but do you remember like back in high school, you drive through a neighborhood and everything was like foreclosure, 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 foreclosure. Like
Yeah.
there was
Dude,
nothing for sale.
I
It was all
remember they were
foreclosure
selling
auctions.
houses in North Tulsa for like 10 grand, 14 grand,
Oh yeah.
12 grand. Like,
Hmm.
are you kidding me? That amount of money, like, I could buy a house right now, all cash.
Yeah. Well, and even if it's something that you rented out for $400 a month, you'd still be making it like because your mortgage payment would only be
Yeah.
like $80.
Yeah, exactly. If you got a 30-year mortgage on that bitch, it was 10 grand. It'd be like, yeah,
It'd be like $80.
$45.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be
Insane.
cheaper than car insurance. That's hilarious. Oh, that's what's great about getting old. My car insurance now is only like $50 a month
Yeah,
for
I
full
know.
coverage. Best of it. It's great. And that's what's cool about Jeeps is apparently they're the cheapest vehicle to insure.
Really?
Even though
Wow,
they're
that's
like the
good
most
to know.
deadly vehicle, it doesn't make any sense. I think it's because every time you have a wreck, you just die. So like it's easier to pay out somebody for a death than like to fix everything in the hospitals and all that shit.
I need to
But it's kind of
probably
like
try
air.
to get a different insurance company. What one do you use? I have Progressive.
I either have Farmers or State Farm. I'm not sure. I always forget.
When I
It's
was in
one. It's something with
Oklahoma,
a
I had
farm.
Farmers. I had Farmers whenever I was in Oklahoma, and they were the cheapest. But I think
Yeah, mine's
Progressive is
mine's
still
cheap.
the cheapest here. I need to check again because it's been like a year and a half since I've looked.
Oh, I kind of forgot it goes like rates go state by state. I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Because mine, for some reason, mine is actually cheaper than like my mom's insurance,
Some
which is
people here
weird.
are some people here, I'll tell them like my insurance is $100 a month, and they're like, "No way." And I'm like, yeah.
Well, it's because they drive a freaking like 2-door Mercedes that's like $380 a month for insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's something
It's like
ridiculous.
something
They pay like
or they're like
300
leasing a
plus.
car. Because if you have to insure a leased vehicle, it's like even more.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's exactly what you're talking about, the $50,000 millionaire. But nowadays, with the inflation, they're only the $50,000 like 750,000 air. Like, you know, there's a big cut. They had to
Yeah.
get rid of their above ground pool that they were renting.
They had to return their refrigerator to Rent-A-Center. Or Bubba's
Or a
Big
TV.
Furniture. Yeah, Big Bubba's
I do,
Furniture. They sell TVs here on MLK here in East Tampa, dude. Big
yeah,
Bubba.
my fireplace got repoed. Like, why did you get a fireplace in Florida? Yeah, that's
Looks
fucking great.
cool by the fire.
Oh, dude, it's insane because like it's so weird. Like the people that like rent furniture and shit like that, they like brag about it. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh yeah, we just got this great new sectional and it has power recliners from
It's only
Aaron."
$36 a month plus interest.
No, a week. It's
Yeah.
weekly. Because I knew a kid. Oh, this is probably like 10 years ago at this point, but he actually lived over by me. They were renting this house and they all lived together. And he got like a
$8 a
huge, like,
week.
well, dude, he got like a 75-inch TV, and I was like, holy shit, dude, where'd you get that TV? Because like 10 years ago, that was like unheard of. And I was like, damn, dude, where'd you get that TV? Like, how much was that? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, dude, it's like $85 a week. I was like, wait, what? It's like a credit card thing or something, or like how'd you? And he's like, no, it's from I forgot what it was like a rent-a-center type of place, but
Yeah.
he was like,
It's probably Big
oh no, and
Bubba's Furniture.
it's only like it's only that for like I think it was like 30 months or something. But I was like, wait, hold on. So this TV is gonna end up costing you like $8,000, and this is like a $2,500 TV,
Yeah.
and he's gonna end up paying like $8,000 for a TV. Like that's insane, dude. And people do that, and they're like show it off. They're like, dude, yeah, check out this TV. I'm renting it. It's cool. It only costs a third of my paycheck every week.
Dude, get away with your drink from my TV, dude. I'm renting this.
Yeah, and then they'll somehow. That's what cracks me up is like the brokest dude you know will somehow have like the UFC pay-per-view. They'll be like, yeah, dude, I dropped 120 on this. And it's like that's like your weekly salary. How did you do that? Why would you do that? And you just see him eating cat food for the rest of the week or some shit.
Oh no.
It's always those dudes that wear wife beaters everywhere. You know what I mean? Like wife beaters and then one basketball shorts.
They got something that says like 199 on their neck and followed by another number.
Yeah, they're like, that's my angel numbers. If you see that, that means my angel's there. Wait, what? So is that how that works?
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I got a cross tattoo on my face because God walks with me.
anyways, I'll have a Italian BMT on white bread toasted.
Oh my gosh, dude. It was yesterday whenever I was getting lunch. I was walking downtown and I saw this white dude with the wildest dreadlocks I had ever seen. But he didn't have like the crazy like hippie beard to go with it. And he was just looked normal. Besides everything besides his hair looks normal. He was wearing like nice dress shirt, like regular pants, dress shoes. He was like he had like a backpack and he was like, going somewhere for work. But he had these crazy ass, just super white guy too, crazy ass dreads that were like piled on top of his head like this tall. It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen. But it's like somebody who, like, was like super hippie back when they were 18, but now they're like 43, and they just never cut their hair ever. But like everything else about that guy like evolved. I love seeing that stuff. It's the funniest thing. It's just like, what the like. Did they hire you thinking that you were like a plant or something. Like it's like, oh, this guy looks exotic. Let's hire him. He'll look good on our company photos.
He's been to
Like, yeah, we have this.
Brazil. He's been to Brazil before.
We have this guy that wears Tevas to the office, and he has about 10 pounds of hair. It's not even measured in inches anymore. It's all in weight.
He was a diversity hire. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and he's like, yeah, because honestly, there's still some dirt in here from Somalia. I went there back in 2012. I went there for the end of the year, so that's where the Mayans actually ended up settling. But see, that's what's hilarious is like now I just sell workers' comp to various companies. I sell workers' comp packages to hiring agencies. It's like, what? How the fuck did you find that job?
Yeah, that's
I love that stuff. Or like people that are like, oh yeah, I sell estate insurance, and it's like, you're telling me you actually enjoy having conversations with 90-year-olds all day? That's got to be the worst job on earth. They're like, well, let me find my glasses. And you're like, okay, I'll hold. And it's like 45 minutes later, you're like, hello, who are you? You know, like, you got to deal with that type of shit all day? Or like, you know, people that sell like funeral services. Like, yeah, dude, I make a killing. I make $70K a year. I've been here for about 10 years. I'm loving my job. Dude, I get a week of PTO. I sell caskets. Fuck that shit.
Jesus.
I've been following. I don't know if I told you this, but I've been following all this like weird shit on Twitter. That's all about like how dystopian like the young millennial corporate environment is. It's like, oh, we have a slide at work. Oh, we all do this ritual, and like because it oh, cool, everything's made of renewable stuff. Oh yeah, there's a day where we just have free yogurt, like you know, like the weird shit, and it's like this is a day in the life of a young tech professional, and it was like some girl that worked at LinkedIn, and then like she's like,
or something.
yeah, exactly, that's what it was, and she's like, Chicago is so, and people are like, Chicago's great, it's so cheap. It's like, who the fuck are you? It's like Chicago's so cheap. I grew up in Manhattan.
Apparently,
Chicago's so cheap.
Yeah, she's getting like $24 an hour.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's like she actually makes like $24.
This is my day from 7 a.m. till midnight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like she's like, but the whole thing is like the first 3 hours of the day was her taking the train to work, and then she got there and just like used a face cloth for a while. And then like ate one of those like it's like all that shit at our work conference, like all that disgusting breakfast that was like, oh, here's a bunch of like chia seeds with like some dried strawberries.
It's a bunch
like,
of bird food and yogurt.
It's fucking prison food. Yeah, and it wasn't even normal yogurt. It's like all just like chunky Greek yogurt. It's disgusting. Like, you know, and but yeah, this is like doesn't do any work all day.
We don't want you guys to clog up the toilets here.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's like, yeah, all of our drain pipes are like 1/4-inch PVC. Everybody has to have liquid diarrhea, please. You can't even eat corn. That'll clog it up. But yeah, dude, that stuff is like so. But it's weird because like, is that guy it's like something with an avocado. It's that guy that posted that. It was like super. Yeah, you saw on Twitter because it had like 200,000 likes or whatever. But like that guy's account, he only has like a couple thousand followers, and all of his stuff is like that because he actually works that type of job. He's like, all he does is log stuff into SQL all day. He's like a data analyst or something. And he's like, oh great, we're having another meeting, but there's cupcakes, so I'm sure we're celebrating something terrible. Like, you know, like, it's like, oh, there's cupcakes. It's got to be bad news. And basically, his whole thing was like, he started that Twitter account whenever he had to return to the office, and then like the whole like everything in the office to just get people from quitting was like the most surface level bullshit ever. It's like the most patronizing shit. Like, you can make popcorn at your desk. Don't quit. It's like, we'll do anything but just give you $1 raise. Shit's hilarious. But that's what cracks me up too, is when people like will turn down a job because they're like, nope, I need $1 more per hour. It's like, you're telling me you need an extra $32 a week? Is that really a deal breaker? $32 a week? Because if I had an extra $32 a week or a minus $32 a week, I wouldn't even notice. And I don't make that much money.
Right, yeah.
Like I would just be like, oh, I don't even notice. That ain't shit.
It's really
Yeah,
not.
people are weird.
Like, it's really not much. Once you get to like, oh, if you're trying to negotiate like higher end salaries, those people are like, these people are like $50 to $80 an hour, and it's like the widest range ever. And you're like, all right, I'll just submit you to fucking all these opportunities.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of.
Job before anybody pulls the trigger on them.
Dude, the only people that I've like actually had to restrain myself from like calling them names were people that are like, well, I need more money than that. I have 3 master's degrees. I have 3 master's degrees, and I deserve X amount. It's like, dude, you don't have any skills. You just stayed in school for a long time somehow. That's the worst.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a nice
like,
skillet.
you have literally nothing that I can market. Like you're
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you have a bunch of degrees, but you've been working.
I think you're looking for internships, actually.
Yeah, I love telling people that they're like a fresh college graduate, and they're like, yeah, I don't know. I think I could come down to like 85K. And I'm always like, okay, I'm just gonna level with you. Like the most you can probably make is like maybe $20 an hour right now. I'm like, I can give you like a third of what you're asking for.
Lower your expectations.
It's like okay, you're gonna need. It's like if you actually want to get a job, I suggest you talk to like your grandparents first and ask for more money, because it's not gonna work on your own. Oh, quesadilla, hell yeah. Oh, nice. That's from Winn-Dixie, SE Grocers.
Yeah,
oh, La Bandorita. We have those here.
Wait, check out my
Good solid choice. Are you making a quesadilla? Oh, nice. Dude, do you ever buy queso fresco?
Is this the Bernstein Bears or the Breckenridge Bears? I can't tell. The Hadron Collider's going off on the 5th. Don't drink alcohol on the 4th.
It's Black Rock butter. Yeah, that's a good looking skillet. Nice and dark. Oh, my skillet, she dorked. She dorked.
Dude, look how shiny this bitch is, bro.
Nice. Is that like the only pan you use?
Basically.
That's the only way to keep the skillet perfect is like to use it for everything all the time.
That's kind of how I do.
Yeah.
I just smear butter all over it and then cook quesadillas on it.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, so tell me if this sounds good. I'm thinking about making a pulled pork sandwich quesadilla. So basically it's just like smoked pulled pork, some barbecue.
No, I sent a picture of that in the group chat. I did that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you do like pickles and stuff?
No, it was just leftover barbecue pulled pork, and I put a bunch of sauce in it, and then I put it in the quesadilla with hot peppers. Thai chilies from my garden.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, because I was thinking about doing like just the classic like barbecue sandwich quesadilla. But yeah, just barbecue pulled pork, and then like shredded cojita cheese or cojito. I forgot which one it is, but like that kind of Mexican cheese that's like it melts really good. And then like pickles, red onions, and then maybe some coleslaw. I don't know how that would do in a quesadilla though. But I love whenever I have a pulled pork sandwich with like coleslaw on it. That's so fucking good. Carolina style.
Oh yeah. No, I definitely prefer the more mustardy Carolina flavor nowadays.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I've gotten a lot of in Florida. You get a lot of influence from the Carolinas with your barbecue.
Yeah, you're basically right there. I mean, they're fucking. All you gotta do is cross Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's kind of my deal. Like with barbecue sauce, I used to get like all like the spicy stuff and then like crazy flavors. And then finally, I just settled on like just you know what, like it's best to just eat everything with just like basic ass like head country barbecue sauce or um that Oklahoma Joe's barbecue sauce is pretty good. Uh, or just like old school barbecue sauce. Like, cause last time I went to Florida, even before me and you went to that spice place that like went out of business, there, whenever I was in Destin, or I guess it was after I visited you, like we went to Destin and they had another place that was just like a hot sauce store, but they also had all these crazy barbecues. And I got like a blueberry barbecue sauce, and it was pretty good, but it made everything taste kind of like breakfast. So it just like wasn't. I don't know. Like I just kept trying all this crazy
I've had
shit, and it just
blueberry.
ended up not being that good.
I've had blueberry cheese before, but I've never
Oh
had
yeah,
blueberry barbecue sauce. That sounds wild, though. I probably would have
dude, it
tried
was
it.
weird. It was like the first few bites were good, but after a while, you're like, this tastes like yeah, it tastes like pancake syrup kind of, but like for some reason with blueberry, I don't really know how to like an Eggo waffle. That's kind of what it tasted like, but like mixed with ketchup. And it was weird. Like it was good, but it wasn't like I accidentally mixed it in with like 2 pounds of pulled pork, so like I just ruined all that pork. It was all like blueberry flavors. kind of kind of ruined it. but uh,
True.
but yeah, I'm excited to cook up all this shit. So I've been doing this new method with my pulled pork, so I'll just buy like an entire pork butt, which is like a pork shoulder, but it's not the front of the shoulder. It's kind of like the midsection of the shoulder. And I just buy that. They're usually coming like anywhere from like 6 to 12 pound chunks. And then I actually debone it, take the shoulder bone out, and then I cut it in half long ways, to where it's like it kind of looks like two big loaves of bread. And uh, and then I completely season the shit out of those. And then I smoke them separately. That way you get more of the bark on it. And I did that. I still have a bunch in my freezer too that I did a few weeks ago, and it's fucking so damn good. That's what you need to do. You really need to get a smoker, dude. I don't know how you don't have one already, because that seems like something you'd love. Because like it's a great excuse to like spend 8 hours doing something that you get to drink beer and smoke weed during. You know?
Dude, that sounds like a blast. What do you recommend I get?
Honestly, just go find like a cheap little. Get on Facebook Marketplace, just try to find like a cheap little smoker, um, like this little charcoal smoker, and then get some good like pecan or cherry or apple wood, and just start experimenting with it, see what works, see like what temperatures work, read a bunch of stuff about it. I know you like researching shit.
Yeah, I
Um,
do.
just
What?
look into all that, and then once you figure out that grill, then you can step it up to something nicer, something that's more like professional. I wouldn't say go and buy like a $2,000 smoker like right away, because then it's like if you don't like it, if you don't like doing it, or if you can't figure it out, then you just wasted a fuck ton of money on something. But yeah, to start with something, it's like you remember Trey's like barrel smoker he made. He like we were able to make some pretty good shit on that, and that was like horrible. It didn't even work. It didn't even smoke stuff. It just like burnt it.
True. You're right. Yeah, I should probably just try to find a cheap ass one on Facebook.
Yeah, just go to fucking get on Facebook or go to like Sports Authority or something or whatever you guys got down there, like Dick's Sporting Goods, and just go get like the cheapest like offset, like start with an offset smoker or like a barrel smoker. Um, I'll send you a Wikipedia on different types of smokers and like which ones you should look at. But I have because I have the Hasty Bake and then I have a little like classic barrel smoker. And honestly, I love the barrel smoker because you only have to use like a handful of charcoal and then one or two little chunks of wood, and then it keeps it at a perfect like 250 degrees, and it doesn't have much surface area to like cook stuff on, but it's perfect if you just want to do like like smoke like a beer can chicken, or do like a bunch of like smoked like jalapeno poppers or beef jerky, like stuff like that. And then of course I use the Hasty Bake for like bigger stuff like ribs and roasts, things like that. But
Okay, so smoker, what do you normally use it for? Like brisket or beef or what?
smoke or anything you just want to slow cook. I mean, any type of meat you could imagine. You just have to make sure it's a thick enough and heavy enough cut of meat that you can smoke it in a decent amount of time without it burning. But also like stuffed peppers, bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers smoked, bacon wrapped little chicken wings smoked, even just smoked chicken wings by themselves are amazing. I smoked entire chicken. I've smoked a turkey before. Smoked pork tenderloin, which is a great cheap way to get some like good smoky delicious meat. Because a pork tenderloin you can buy it for like $8, and then you end up with like a week worth of like good smoked meat, and then it only takes like 2.5 hours to smoke it. But basically, like smoking meat, if you want to do it like the slow cook, you keep your temp around 250, and you cook for about 30 to 45 minutes per pound. But if you do it the higher heat, like closer to 275, almost 300, then you can do 3 pounds of ribs in about 2 hours. So it kind of depends like how you want to cook and stuff. But honestly, I just follow a bunch of guys on Instagram that do those like, and there's probably
Depends
on
how long you
TikTok
want.
too. Like those, like those
Depends how
short
long you
like
want to
30.
drink beer for.
Do what?
I said it depends how long that you want to drink beer for. Has how long you smoke
Oh,
it for.
exactly. Dude, there's been plenty of times where I've just like passed out while I'm still cooking something and I end up forgetting about it. Yeah, like at least 3 or 4 times that I know of. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. It's 8:30 here and it's still completely daylight outside.
Yeah, it just got dark out here and it started thundering really loud. Or that could be gunshots or fireworks. Nope. It's both. It's fireworks and thunder. It's fireworks and
hell
thunder.
yeah.
I swear to God.
Oh yeah.
They're lighting off fireworks in the middle of the street out front.
Well, that's what's weird. I haven't heard any fireworks yet, and usually I hear them like in the middle. They start like in the middle of June as soon as those fireworks stands open, and like people just start shooting like crazy. But yeah, surprised. It also hasn't rained here in about 3 weeks, and it did rain about a week ago, but it was just like a light sprinkle for about 2 minutes. So like I've just been having to water the hell out of all my plants. I actually need to go harvest everything in my garden. I've got probably about 20 pounds of potatoes I need to pull up, and then I've got probably like 2 or 3 pounds of green beans I need to harvest. Then
I know,
my
just
tomatoes aren't doing very good.
buy some gallon Ziploc bags and freeze it, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, buy some gallon Ziploc bags and just as soon as you pick it and you're thinking to yourself, there's no way I'm going to be able to use all this, cut it up into small portions and put it in a freezer bag and just freeze it, dude. That's what I've been doing.
Well, my parents have a food saver, so I can just take it over there and just like vacuum pack everything.
I got.
Oh hell yeah.
Shit, dude.
Hell yeah.
I got a freezer.
Yeah, dude.
I got a freezer full of fruit and shit, dude. It's awesome.
Oh, my watermelons finally started fruiting just this week. They're all about the size. I think like my biggest watermelon I have is like dime sized, but it's perfect because I noticed whenever I stopped watering them as much, they started growing like crazy. I think watermelons like don't like water, which is weird.
No, they hate water, dude. They hate water.
They just want like the driest. It's like you're only supposed to water them like twice a month.
Yeah, they don't like water.
Well, yours looks pretty good, or they seemed like they were spreading out really well.
It only rains for like 10 minutes here, and so I don't know. It doesn't really get that much water.
Yeah, it just evaporates like
water
immediately. Well, that's the other thing. It rains in the middle of the day, so it just evaporates.
Yeah, true.
Here, it only rains like early in the morning.
Man, I got those
weird.
I got a thermometer that isn't a digital thermometer. It's a real thermometer. And it uses like a coil mechanism. And then I got 2 rain gauges. And every second of every day, every weather channel is wrong.
Well, basically, because they all just like forecast stuff. They're not really looking at real data. Because even on like rainfall, you can't like get the real data until you go out there and look at the rain gauges. And unless you have like 1,000 on every square mile, you're not going to have accurate readings. So yeah, everything's like a prediction. It's weird.
Dude, it just started piss pouring outside.
Oh yeah, dude. Send it our way, please. I'd love, dude. God, I got to come back down there. What week of August do you think you're coming down or here?
Look at these bushes, dude.
Oh, that looks great.
See how tall these hibiscus
You can't
bushes
even,
are?
dude. You can't even see the bricks anymore.
The hibiscus bushes are 4
Or
foot
like
tall.
it grew like outside of its container. Like you can't even see the brick.
I know.
Like barely, you know what I mean? Like it just.
Dude,
Because
they're
I
like
remember when
4 foot tall, dude. It's
you only
crazy.
planted that shit like that was
That
only
was
like
a
6
good
months
idea
ago.
for a bed because look, it keeps the water out. Check it.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Because I have a little brick
Hell
wall,
yeah.
and then all those hibiscuses absorb it.
All you have to wait for it because it does leak through for like the first few months, but once all the roots start building up down there and it like
Yeah.
actually goes into the ground, because that's what's crazy is like you'll have raised planters and there's like worms all in it. They like crawl all the way up into there, and as soon as you see that, then you know it's legit, like it's good. But yeah, I need to come down there soon. I have to go to. I was planning about like coming there like here like a month from now, like maybe late July. But apparently I have to go to Dallas for like 3 fucking weeks for work in late July. So, and I don't even want to do that. I hate Dallas. I'm always told everybody, I'm like, I will not go to Dallas ever for any reason. I hate Dallas. And everybody's like, oh, it's not that bad. It's just, oh, it's not that bad. But it's like, they want me to go to this pool party and all this other stuff and whatever. I mean, that seems all right, but it's like, I just don't want to go to Dallas. And, so that kind of fucks up like the last week of July. I know you're coming here in August. So maybe September I'll come down there. Like September seems like a pretty chill time of year in Florida. You know, kind of the end of summer, so it's not crazy hot. Maybe a little bit more rain, but like the beach is still all right. You know.
True. Yeah. You know what? Just come down in winter, dude. That would be the best time because that's like when the flights are the cheapest, and that's also whenever it's super cold in Oklahoma and it's super nice here. It's very nice
Right.
in the winter here.
Well, see, that was the deal. That San Diego trip, like at the beginning of February, was awesome because it was like as soon as I came back to Oklahoma,
Dude,
it was snowing here.
I was freezing the whole time I was there, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. Well, it was the
It was like
opposite for you because you
90
went
in
from
Florida.
you
and
went
it
from like
was like
85 and
40
sunny
there.
to like you went from 85 and sunny to like 61 and windy, and then you were like freezing, and I was like, damn, this is like summer. But
It's crazy how fast
yeah,
your body like acclimates to shit like that.
well, because I was thinking about coming down there maybe just for like a weekend or something, so like that way, you know, I don't have to take off a bunch of time. You don't have to take off a bunch of time.
I'll take off
You know,
time
it's like
whenever
a
you got time to
well,
take
like just a quick like 2 or 3 day trip, but then like later in the winter, I'd actually like to come down there and visit you, but like me and Lauren like stay in St. Petersburg or something like that. That'd be cool. Oh, that's awesome. That's good.
I don't know. I don't have any sauce to put on it right now.
It
Maybe I
looks
do.
sick.
Oh, it's 2 tortillas. So wait.
You need to get a good blender to make like salsa in and all that shit. Do you make salsa?
Look, check it. I just cut it like that.
Oh,
Whole quesadilla.
okay. That makes sense.
Just cut it all weird. I have a blender. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like making salsa. That's kind of one of my. It's never that good, but I just like making it.
You know what? I put a bunch of fucking Chinese peppers in here, so I don't know. It's gonna be really spicy, I think. Anyways, I don't think I need any extra. I have no idea what kind of peppers they are. I know I got some water over there, though. I hope. For the love of God, please have some water.
Oh man, this group chat does crack me up sometimes. Every now and then. Every now and then it's funny.
I don't know what it said. First catering gig at Brianna's Gale on Sunday. I wonder.
No, every single time that guy's met Matt, he's like, "Hey, I'm Michael. Nice to meet you." Every single time. And it's funny because he's been over there like 6 or 7 times.
That's so
like, dude, you've been over there 6 or 7 times. Like,
I know.
You know? It's like the hangout spot. Like everybody just ends up there like every holiday somehow.
Well, he lives in a good spot, and
I would,
I
dude, I would kill to live
I
in that
like how
neighborhood.
I like how it says gay uncle. Like
And everybody knows.
he doesn't say he's gay, does he?
No, he's not even out of the closet. Everybody's like, no, he's gay. He has a guy that lives with him and they have sex together. He's like, that's how that works. Maybe I shouldn't say that on the public airwaves. But, like that's how, I mean, that's literally the gist of it. Or somebody was over there one time and they both had like each other's hands down their pants and they're like, oh yeah, we're just straight guys. I don't know why you would dig in a guy's butt crack if you were straight, but we'll see.
I don't know. They're pretty bad at hiding it for sure.
I'm not judging. I'm just pointing out. I don't know how to. Did you see that guy on Twitter? He got fired because he made a video on Twitter of him. He had to move to New York for work, and he was originally from like Omaha, Nebraska. And he's like, New York is like an alien planet, and he was just like making fun of like bodegas and stuff. He's like, so if you want to buy a loaf of bread, you have to go into a store where there's a bunch of cats, and like the people that run the store don't speak English, but they also have a bunch of expired bread they can set. Like basically, he's just like kind of making fun of like the New York life. It wasn't offensive at all. And then somebody was like, "This is harmful to the urbanization of whatever," like and all this shit. And they're like, tag the company that he worked for in it. And they're like, "Okay," and they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, he's not an employee of ours anymore." And like, of course, the tweet that they got the guy fired over, or the person that did it, was like somebody with like some weird like anime profile picture and like 80 followers, like that type of shit. Like, and but that's what's wild. It's like that kind of ties into that thing I was talking about earlier. Is like those people like with the tech jobs. It's like day in the life of a young professional. It's like you're just a slave and they can kill you at any point. Like it's like, yeah, don't put that out there. Like don't tell people like where like yeah, what the fuck? That's like here's me going to get my mail. Oh, here's all the mail I got today here's my new credit card with all the numbers. Like that's what it's out there to get you. I mean, that's how it's gonna go.
Everything about me that you need to know to murder me.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you want to talk about? You had some stuff prepared, right?
Oh yeah, the Mandela effect. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, but is it kind of the same as the Barbra Streisand effect? You know what that is?
No. I think
basically the Barbra Streisand effect was Barbra Streisand, who's just like some old lady Hollywood person. I think she was an actress or a singer or something like that. I don't really know. But it's like back in the 80s, she had her house for sale or something like that, or her house being renovated. And then I think that's what it was. Her house was for sale, but she still lived in it. And people were driving by being like, oh, that's Barbra Streisand's house and it's for sale. Like they were taking pictures and all this stuff. And then she like made like this lawsuit court case about how she was trying to basically like prosecute all the people that were driving past her house and taking pictures of her house for sale and all this stuff. And the fact that she did that lawsuit brought it to the public attention, and it was in the news and all this stuff. Like Barbra Streisand is suing because her house that's for sale at this address is drawing too much attention. And so like she sued so people wouldn't like come to her house anymore, but all that resulted in was her being inundated by people driving past her house nonstop because then it was in the news, like bringing too much attention to something that you want hidden. That's the Streisand effect or whatever. It's like basically like saying, oh, I believe in such and such. Or it's like, yeah, I believe in the right to defend yourself, but I believe everybody that has a gun should be in prison. And it's like, oh shit, so that's going to draw attention. People are going to start talking about that more. And then your original point is just going to disappear because like nobody's going to care about that. They're more concerned about the more inflammatory thing that you did or said. So that's that effect. But like the Mandela effect is basically like gaslighting, isn't it? It's like somebody believing a story that's like everybody has like the same idea of how something happened, but that's not how it happened. Like, is that what it is? The Mandela
Bears, the Berenstein Bears, and then there's like this movie, The Genie, that everybody remembers.
Oh no, Kazam. They thought it was Shaq as a genie, but that was never a movie. No. It was Shazam, and it was not Shaq. It was Michael Jordan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are always like, oh yeah, Shaq was in Kazam. And Kazam's not a movie. That doesn't exist. It's like a thing that was like kind of subliminal, and like everybody has the same reference point, but they don't know what the source was.
Yeah, that's the
which
Mandela
is crazy.
Yeah, it comes from people thinking that Mandela died in a certain year when he actually didn't. He actually died later on. Most people thought that he had died a long time ago.
Well, and remember Nelson Mandela at his funeral, there was that guy, like Obama spoke at his funeral for some reason. And that was also weird because Obama spoke at his funeral at the same time. Everybody was like, Obama's from Africa. And it's like, why is he speaking on behalf of like a guy in Africa? Like, it was a weird deal. But then also the interpreter, remember like the sign language guy? He didn't even know sign language. He was faking it the whole time. Mm-hmm. That was like the funniest thing I think that's probably ever happened in my lifetime. I think that's got to be the funniest thing. Like before Trump. Like before Trump happened, the funniest thing that ever happened was that guy acting like he knew sign language, and he just showed up. Like he just showed up and started moving his hands. Like he did, and there was a guy that's been arrested for doing that before. He was like addicted to being a fake sign linguist. Like that was his vice in life. It's like I have to scam
My
people
strange
and convince them yeah, I'm addicted to acting like I'm a sign language expert. That's like I'm addicted to telling people I collect stamps. I collect stamps.
No, if
like,
you were addicted to something, wouldn't you technically be an expert on it?
Well, I guess it depends if it's like a addiction that's more like an infatuation or obsession, like an autistic obsession with something. Kind of like how do you know who Dave Ramsey is? He's like the Christian guy that's all about like don't get into debt.
Crackheads know how to smoke crack or make crack stretch farther than I know.
Dude, this is something I heard. It was on some podcast I was listening to, but isn't it wild that like in the 90s you could be caught with cocaine and just it's just like a ticket, the same as like getting caught with pot in the 90s. But if you had crack, it was like a mandatory like 20-year sentence and all that shit. It's like, damn, you're punishing all these people just for saving a little bit of money. Mm-hmm. Like, isn't that wild? Because that's what it was. It's like, oh, the FBI just introduced crack into like all these cocaine, and then they're like, oh shit, somebody else learned how our formula. Well, we got to take them down. It's like mob warfare or like mafia.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny because like, well, it's.
You said that. You said that somebody had a quote, Michael something. I don't know. But the government's like the mafia or something. Right?
Oh yeah, Dave Smith. It's like the government is just the mafia posing as a human rights organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like, well, and dude, I've been reading a ton of stuff about this abortion stuff, and it's like
weird.
Well, no, weird. I think it's actually it's a very useful tool though, like on their end, and even like to show people like hey, the government doesn't care about what you want
Yeah.
because like they've been using this issue to get votes for 60 years.
Mhm.
That's why they won't make it a law, and they also like they repeal it, but they put it back to the states. And then like people are under the impression that abortion is illegal in the United States now. People think that.
I know.
All it was is they just said it just goes back to the states, and they're like, this is fascism. I'm like, oh, so making the central government less powerful is fascism? If anything, it's feudalism, which is kind of on behalf of the proletariat or whatever, the working class, like in the socialist proletariat. That's it.
Something like that. And then
but basically, it's giving the power back to the proletariat, and that's what like honestly, like libertarians can agree on that, and so can socialists. Like it's something that like the extremes of each political spectrum can actually agree on. It's like give power back to the individual versus and you can use it in whatever way you want, but it's so weird to see that it's abortion, and it's like I've been seeing all this stuff. It's like, oh yeah, like if they outlaw abortion, it's going to kill women. It's like, do you think just like most women that get pregnant just die? Do you think abortions like save? Because like they always say that like the only people that have like pregnancy complications that actually like get their life threatened from it, at that point it's not considered an abortion. It's like just like a medical procedure to save your life. And they always say that it's like, what if a gun shoots through some guy's testicles and then it shoots into a lady's stomach and then she gets pregnant? Then should she not get an abortion? And it's
I
like
like all the shit where
it's
like they're in Mars and they're seeing bacteria fossils and it's like, oh, there's life on another planet, and then it's like, oh, a magnifying glass on a fetus, and it's like, no life here.
Oh well, hey, you got to trust the science. Trust the science. That's just science. If you disagree with science, you're a bigot. Sorry, you're racist because of science. Science.
Hashtag
Science.
Dude,
I'm sorry. Wasn't science the excuse for like all the racist? Olive Garden dressing? Hell yeah, that's the way to do it.
Sip, dude.
What is that? Just the Italian or poppy seed? I can't read it. Oh yeah, the signature. Yeah, dude, that's the best.
Dude, this stuff's so good. I just gotta smell it. Maybe take a little taste test.
Dude, for a $7 bottle of dressing, it's pretty damn good.
It's got crumbles of Parmesan cheese in it.
Yeah. No, and I like dressing that you can't use it unless you shake it because it's just like separated. That way you know it's good. It's like fresh, like you can actually see the ingredients.
Yeah, there's probably a reason that it's a little more expensive.
I think it's because like they actually make it like it's got real stuff in it. It's not like ranch. I don't know what the fuck ranch actually is.
Water, soybean oil, distilled vinegar, sugar, salt, eggs, Romano cheese.
Oh, Romano, that's a little bit more tangy than Parmesan.
Garlic, spice, garlic, xanthan gum, dextrose.
Yeah, those are all preservatives, colorants.
Yeah, they're basically all contains egg and milk. Boom! Did you hear that? Was that a gunshot?
Yeah, fireworks. It sounded like a shotgun. That's hilarious.
Brittany's shaking. She's on my leg and she is just terrified.
Oh,
right?
poor girl. Poor girl.
She does not like fireworks. Yeah, I gotta make a salad. Or I'm actually just gonna eat some potato salad.
Damn, dude, salad sounds so good. Like a nice Caesar salad with big old chunks of Parmesan on it. Oh, fuck yeah.
Dude.
Some croutons. Mostly croutons.
Yeah, mostly. It's just a piece. It's just a sandwich, a crouton sandwich. With a little
dude, I'll buy an entire bag of. I'll buy like an entire bag of croutons, and it's only enough for 2 salads. You know what I mean? It only lasts like 2 servings.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking
they
good.
sell them in tiny bags, though. For real.
I know, they really are. They don't weigh anything.
They really
don't.
Salad. Yeah.
Isn't that goofy
it's
though?
just
Did you think
breadcrumbs.
like
Dude, you
do
might
you
as well
think
just buy bread and toast it yourself, dude. It'd probably
did you
be
think when
cheap.
you were 14 you would be living by yourself, just smoking weed and eating salad? And you're like, damn, one day I'm just gonna crave salad and
But I probably would have imagined more of like a skate park inside of my house at 14.
yeah, me too. I actually think like my dream was like just to live in a tree house as an adult.
Hey, that's a real thing. They have a whole TV show about it, dude.
I know, but that seems so. It's like, what do you do about it? Like, where do you park your car? Like, just under the tree? Like, and everything you have to like. How do you bring like a kitchen table up a ladder, a rope ladder? Like, it's always weird shit like that. If there's a windstorm, your house falls over. Was that bacon potato salad? Dude,
Prestige.
Winn-Dixie. Hey, dude, tell me right now, Winn-Dixie does not have the best deli of any grocery store on earth.
They slap, but
Dude, like in all their like fried chicken they have and all that shit, amazing, amazing. Like literally, it's better. Like they have chicken wings that are better than Wingstop there, and it's like $2 for a pound of wings. So good.
true.
And yeah, all the potato salad they have like all this like custom fancy stuff. It's not like you don't get like regular coleslaw. It's like, oh, this coleslaw is made with broccoli and kale, and it has like a special
Dude,
vinaigrette dressing. Like,
I went to like a Thanksgiving party and everybody was supposed to bring a dish. And I was like unprepared. And I went by Winn-Dixie like after work and I bought their flash sale chicken and I just fucking took it out of the box and I poured it on a plate. And everybody was like, "Oh my god, that chicken was amazing!" Like,
they're like, yeah, I made it in my air fryer.
I didn't even eat any of it because I was like,
No, dude, I love that stuff because, like, honestly, like Walmart stuff like that used to be the best, like the General Tso's chicken and all that, like back in the day, because it was like you could get like a pound of chicken for like $3, $4. But they kind of flipped recently, like, but Winn-Dixie, they got every time I'm in Florida, like even the place we stay in, Destin, it's right next to Winn-Dixie, and we'll just walk there, and it's like I'll go there and get like a freshly made like key lime pie, and it's like amazing. And it was like $6. Just like because that's the thing. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, you get to a beach town, all the groceries are really expensive, but it's like, no, they're really not. It's just the stuff you want to buy, like hamburgers and hot dogs. Of course, those are expensive because they sell the fuck out of those all the time. If you just go buy regular stuff there, it's cheap as hell. It's actually cheaper than here.
yeah,
But yeah,
have,
that's my
like,
favorite
food
thing.
cheap here. I'm like, what the fuck? Guess
What's the deal? You guys have so many. You have so many good little like ethnic markets and stuff like that. Like a little Cuban market or a little Puerto Rican market, or like you can go to the Mexican food store, or like there's probably like an Italian like place where you can buy like homemade pasta.
Brad has been buying all of his food from some place called like Ala Marquito or something.
Oh yeah, your roommate.
Yeah, and he'll come home with a big styrofoam box, but it's like busting out with like chicken and steak and shit, and it says like $5.99 on the top of it or something. It's like,
I love that.
He'll eat on it for like 2 days.
Well, yeah, that's what I love about going to Las Americas, because like the stuff you can get there, it's like I can feed 40 people for like $18.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the best food you've ever had. And like, yeah, you can buy steak that's already marinated. You can buy chicken that's already marinated. Like stuff if you went to like Whole Foods, it's like the same stuff you get at Whole Foods, but it's like a fifth of the price. And they even have
Dude,
they
I meant
sell
to take a picture of
guacamole.
this and send it to you, but like the light changed. But I was right by my house, and there's a big bin, and it said LIMON, like limon.
Oh, limon.
And it said like 18 for 99 cents. And I was like,
No, dude, that's
yeah.
I was just talking when I was at my family reunion. I brought all this stuff to make taco stuff for everybody. Well, not everybody. I only made I think I made 28 tacos total. And I only used half the meat I bought. I only bought 2 pounds of meat. It's hilarious. I bought like $7 worth of meat. I only used half of it. And I fed like 30 people.
Nice.
And but dude, it's like it was just fucking hilarious because I was telling them like, oh yeah, the cilantro there was like 10 for 99 cents. It's like I don't need 10 bunches of cilantro. That's an insane amount of cilantro. So I only got like 3 or 4. But then the cashier looks at you like you're stupid for not getting an extra like another 7 of them just for the 99 cents. The same thing with the limes. The limes were I swear they were like a dozen for 99 cents. And you go to Walmart to buy limes, they're like 2 for $1.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's kind of crazy because you go to the Mexican place, all the vegetables they have are the stuff that doesn't pass like the visual test for like Walmart and stuff like that. Like it might have a blemish, but honestly, I feel like all that stuff is a lot more organic. Like, because you'll buy onions, I'll buy onions from the market sometimes, and they're not like fully dried out, but
Dude,
they're a
it
lot more
probably
fresh.
is because it's their fucking cousins' fucking limes that just grow in their yard, and they just like,
Oh yeah.
send them here at the market. I'll give you.
Well, weren't you
50%.
saying that one place will buy bananas from you for like $4 a bunch or whatever? Yeah, that's crazy.
Or some shit, dude.
That's awesome. That's
It's
actually
like
really cool because, dude,
Cubans.
for how quick those banana trees grow, you should just grow them around the entire perimeter of your yard, and you have an insane amount of bananas, like a ridiculous, and a lot of privacy too.
True.
The only thing, it might block your solar panels.
Yeah, I want to plant like some other crazy trees too, though, because I already have a bunch of bananas.
Well, you need
So
a legit
I got
farm.
a Barbados cherry, which tastes like they call it the strawberry tree, but it tastes like cotton candy, the berries that it produces.
Oh, well, isn't there one too that tastes like licorice or something?
I got a papaya, I got a red mulberry, I got a pink lady guava. I have all these crazy trees, and I have a lime tree, a coconut tree.
Yeah, you got to get like a big
lit,
like
dude.
bird
Just
of
give it like
paradise.
a year. Just give it a year. It's gonna be lit.
You need like a bird of paradise just for looks, and then you need some avocado trees.
I have two Indonesian birds of paradise. They're orange.
Okay.
They're not white because most birds of paradise are white. But I have 2 orange ones, and they're
Apparently,
gonna grow.
they double in size like every 3 months or something like that. Like if they get enough water, because they start like the pups that like come up around the base.
Mm-hmm.
Like those actually grow at twice the rate as the normal like mother plant. So then it turns into this huge like bushy thing. And they're cool because I've seen people, you can actually like turn them into like kind of like a hedge, because like the pups, you just take them and just plant it like 6 inches to the right of the mother plant, and then another 6 inches, and then eventually you just have like this palm like border around like your whole yard. But of course that takes like 10 years. But I mean, it's pretty cool because like you only buy one plant, and then eventually that's what's cool about those palms and stuff. They you can like replicate them or like clone them like forever, like limitless, like just like nonstop, like an aloe vera. You can do that with aloe vera.
All you have to do with the banana is have a shovel, and then it just shoots out a new banana plant to the side of the other banana plant. Just take a shovel, slice it off, like just right in the middle, just of the baby and the mother, just right in the middle, straight down. Pull the banana tree out. It already has a couple roots out of it. Just plant it somewhere. It'll grow like grass, dude. It's crazy.
Well, that's how even like tomato plants are like that. Like I've had that, like a piece of a tomato plant falls off, and then I'll just plant it in the ground. Then you water it, and then it completely wilts and looks like it's dead. But then like a week later, it'll start having new growth off of it, and then all of a sudden you have another tomato plant. Like that happens all the time because like I used to last year.
Dude.
When I grew my tomatoes last year, like you know how you top them, like so they actually produce more fruit. Like once they start getting like taller than the cage, you just start trimming them down to where they always are like at the top of the cage. And then like after you trim them like 3 or 4 times, you just let it finish out growing, but it grows a lot more thick. And that's what I did last year. Like every time I would top all the plants, I would just throw them over the fence. And then like this spring, like I was spraying like weeds along the fence, And I looked, and there was like a bunch of cherry tomatoes just chilling there, like growing out of the fence line. Like a whole bunch
Tomatoes
of cherry tomatoes just hanging out, like, and they were perfect. Like, it was like, what the fuck?
Have you ever seen
Like I didn't even plant those. I just threw them in a bunch of leaves.
they have the sewer plants that decontaminate like sewers and stuff like that. Like
So like vines and all that.
no, like raw sewage, like from a city. How they
Oh,
refine
really?
it. There's always tomato plants growing everywhere around that area because it's just like human shit out tomatoes, and like tomatoes are on everything, like if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's just
And
tomatoes
those
growing
seeds.
everywhere around those areas, like crazy amounts of tomatoes growing everywhere around like sewage treatment areas.
That's crazy. Yeah, that makes sense because yeah, tomato seeds are always covered in like that like gel stuff, and tomatoes are already super acidic, so they probably don't get dissolved by your stomach at all. And same thing with like corn, but that's just the shell. So like the actual seed part of the corn, you do digest, but
They'll
it's like
have
the
these
shell
big
that you don't.
retention ponds where they keep like a bunch of raw sewage at to like aerate, and like around those areas, like there'll just be tons of tomatoes growing, like bushes and bushes of them.
Well, yeah, because so my parents they live down by the river, and if you walk towards the river and then down a ways, there's like a sewage or the water treatment plant, and there's a bunch of these big fields that used to be probably like wheat or like sod fields that like are on the banks of the Arkansas River, and basically, yeah, if you go down there, like they used to, like the way they used to do like water treatment plants, they would just filter out all the fluids, turn it back into like potable, well, not potable, but like gray water, then pump it back into the river. But then all the solids they would like let dry out in this big concrete pad, and then just dump it. Basically, just dehydrate all the solids and then dump it like in a field. And the field next to it has like all these mounds on it. It looks like Indian burial grounds or some shit. It's crazy because it's like this big flat field, but it has like all these 100-yard long like hills, but they're like in a big like perfect line. But that's all it is. It's like sewage solids that they dump out there, and then eventually like goes back into the earth. But like on top of them, there's like all this crazy shit growing, and it's like 20 feet tall. It's like, you know, just like that, the basic weeds that you see in a field that like kind of look like wheat, but it's like just basically like prairie grass or whatever, like that shit that just grows everywhere. And
Oh yeah,
it's normally
it is
like
like
3 feet, 4 feet tall, but on top of these mounds, it was like 12 feet tall because it's like just so much freaking nitrogen, like ridiculously tall. And then a bunch of it was like yellow and burnt out from too much nitrogen. And it's like any seed that lands there, like just grows perfectly and just explodes, and then to the point where the plant dies because it grows too fast. Like it's just the craziest thing. And it was weird when I was walking around down there. I got super lightheaded because I think it was like methane gas or something.
probably.
And it actually there was a bunch of signs everywhere. There was
That's why people go fuck at Turkey Mountain, dude. It's because the methane.
by the sewage treatment plant, yeah. Yeah, the 61st Street sewage treatment plant right there on the other side of the bridge or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it always smells like shit right there. It's disgusting.
That's where people go. They get high off of it, and then they have sex, dude.
Oh yeah, the cave.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they get really horny off of the echoes.
It's a little rumor, actually. It could be. A little bit of Tulsa history in here.
Oh, a rumor, just like your neighbor.
Ah, yeah, the rumor. That's
Rumor.
in Florida, a rumor means that multiple people rent out multiple rooms in the house, and it's called a rumor.
Oh yeah.
It's weird. That's a slang term for you too. We're getting all sorts of knowledge to you here on the Legal Name Podcast, brought to you by fucking Winn-Dixie. And
yeah, Winn-Dixie bacon potato salad.
yeah, dude. All right, brought to you by Winn-Dixie potato salad.
Fuck yeah, dude! You just ate that whole quarter-pound portion.
No, I didn't, dude. It's still halfway full.
Okay. Dude, I can get down with some potato salad. Like, I'll start eating it, and I just won't stop. So good. So
I like
good.
half of it. I'm gonna save half of it though. It says it's good until like July 11th or something, I think.
Oh, well,
Forget
fuck.
where
Just, dude, it's like a mile
July
away.
16th.
Just go buy more.
Yeah, July 16th. So I can save this bitch. Yeah, and I'm gonna use the same fork every time.
Yeah, just tape it to the container. Put it's like, yeah, this is my potato salad fork. It's got mustard stains all over it.
Do that. I'm gonna put it in the fridge on top of my potato salad.
Like, don't touch my. I don't care what you do with my potato salad. Just don't touch my potato salad fork. Hell yeah, that's the way to do it. Security.
Can you see the fork?
That's fantastic. Oh yeah, yeah.
There
Keep
we
it on the
go.
lock. You gotta make sure nobody touches that shit. Oh yeah.
It's,
Yeah, dude,
you know,
I gotta come down there. I'm
leave
missing me.
if
Some,
you want
Florida
nobody
weather.
to touch it, you gotta leave a couple chunks of potato salad on the fork.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nobody will touch that shit. They're like, God damn, what is that green thing? Is that like a piece of an olive, or is that like mold?
Dude, a monster must live here.
God damn. Yeah, dude, potato salad.
Oh,
Like,
fuck, I need to get
it might be. It might be one of like the best cold side dishes of all. I think it is the best cold side dish.
It's pretty fucking dope, dude. Potato salad slaps. If you make it right. There is ways where you can make it taste like fucking mustard and
Yeah.
eggs. And
Mayonnaise.
that way is not the right way. I think it should have like chives and bacon and butter, and it should be like smoked with some seasoning. You know, like that.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
my idea of some cold potato
Smoked
salad.
Smoked potatoes, but it's potato salad. That's actually good. I might have to try that.
Dude, what if you cut open a potato and you filled it with butter and you filled it with chives and bacon and you wrapped it in tinfoil and you smoked the potato and then you crushed up the potato afterwards and then put it in the fridge and made potato salad out of it?
That'd be a good idea. And even if you want to add eggs, you just smoke the eggs. Because you can hard boil eggs on the smoker. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good idea because my favorite potato salad is the deviled egg potato salad. That's my favorite one. It's got like a shitload of eggs in it, a bunch of paprika, mustard, all that shit. Pretty fucking good. But yeah, that's damn. We should start like a separate podcast just off of like food ideas. Just be like, damn, hey, here's a recipe I found. Let's live stream me trying to cook this shit. I think that would probably get more than 0 views. I don't know, maybe. Oh, did you ever post the how to fix the blind video?
How to what?
How to fix the blinds with a
Oh,
coat
yeah.
hanger and a.
Oh shit!
I can't even see what you're doing, but it just sounds horrible.
Sorry, I wish you could.
Did you fall over? All I see is your fridge and like the water dispenser. Oh, there you are.
Sorry, I crushed a lot of fucking fruit.
Oh fuck. Oh well.
I dropped a lot of stuff. There was fruit flying everywhere, dude.
Oh, it was like a fruit ninja. You had to swipe.
Dude, I gotta try to crawl under here. 1 second.
Oh my god. So, I've been watching the January 6th committee hearing. Seems like a lot of people are just
No,
lying.
don't talk about that shit, dude. Please, for the love of God.
It seems like a lot of people are just lying. Oh, there he is.
We're gonna get arrested, dude. Stop. I'm just kidding.
Dude, you gotta reach for the steering wheel in your own life. Did you hear that? That was just a straight up lie. The stuff about Trump tried to steer his limousine. He tried to hijack his limousine and drive it towards the Capitol. First of all, they were 4 miles away, and in Washington, D.C., there's a stoplight like every 20 feet. So it's like, oh, okay, so he was steering for 3 hours. And also, the presidential limo has like 2 different barricades you have to get through before you can even get to the driver, and they're both bulletproof, so I don't know how the fuck. And it also came out that bitch that said that was like completely lying. She said, "Yeah, this
No,
is my
everything was
handwritten note."
hearsay. I thought everything was hearsay.
No, she said it was a handwritten note from the witness, but the person that wrote it was like the prosecutor for that particular thing. And like, it's just like the goofiest shit ever. That's what's hilarious. Is like you see all the women upset that they can't abort their babies anymore by just pouring it up, and that's what people are focused on versus the fact that it's like, hey, everything else is going to shit. Oh, I did like that thing where they said basically the EPA is unconstitutional. Yeah, that was fucking sick. That was base as fuck.
Oh yeah.
That's why I wanted to call it like, everybody, you can cut off your catalytic converters now.
Yeah.
Because I love the EPA fucking sucks. Like the Clean Air Act, they put people in prison because they would like change mufflers on cars. It's like, you're really gonna kidnap somebody and throw them in a cage because of they committed a crime against oxygen? Come on, get the fuck out of here. And I think finally that shit will come to an end. I don't know. It is funny that we have like a hardcore Democrat like president and all that shit, and then every other part of our government is like, nah, fuck you. It is pretty funny. But the only bad thing is that good stuff can't happen for too long without something very bad happening. As far as like civil liberties are concerned, or just personal liberties. Civil means under the supervision of government. Personal just means like it's under my own discretion. I want to fucking collect rainwater. I shouldn't have to go to prison for that. How about that?
Right. Where is
You're telling me
that?
the government owns the rain? You're trying to say the government doesn't control the weather?
In California or something?
No, even everywhere, basically. Even here still, you cannot collect rainwater unless you have a specified permit in Jesus Christ. A permit and a backflow valve system, which is to make sure that the rainwater doesn't get in the city water system. But it's like the rainwater goes everywhere. You can't control rainwater. You can control floodwater. So like rain will fall universally over an area in a given moment, and they're like, oh no, if you collect rainwater, it might poison the city water supply. It's like, well, that's how you get your city water supply, is through a fucking reservoir that fills up with, you guessed it, rain. And basically it's like, dude, this is how fucking
crack out here and sprinkling it over their yards, dude. To make
that's how stupid the government is. They think they have a monopoly on rain.
Dude,
and then they're like,
how,
oh no, the government
really
doesn't control the weather.
You know how really rich people have the nicest yards? It's because they get a bunch of cocaine, like a bunch of kilos, and they pour it in their fertilizer spreader and they spread it over their yard.
Well, they got a bunch of silver coins from the government. They got their bag of silver coins.
Mm-hmm.
The government will pay you in silver coins if you do exactly what they say. If you support a war in Russia, if you support World War III, they'll give you money. That's basically what it is. That's kind of like what the stimulus checks like trained people to do. Is like, oh yeah, fuck Trump, but he still gave me money, so like the government probably did that, not him because he's dumb. So like the government did it, so like the government's good, like that they good. The government's good. I don't get that. It blows my mind. Because like people like when I was growing up, people were always like on both sides. People were like, yeah, fuck politicians. But nowadays, it's like if you question a politician, that's treason. It's like, wait, what? Hold on a second. We have like treason, motherfucker. Like, I can have like guns if I want. Like, treason isn't like a thing. That's what cracks me up. Is like, yeah, people are always like, oh, you said a naughty word, and it's like, yeah, you're lucky I only did that. And they'll like, they'll try to get you thrown in prison for saying something bad nowadays. It's just hilarious. And then like the people with the oh well you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, and it's like no, actually you can. That was the whole purpose of that. Like that's the only reason you know that because the Supreme Court said, oh yeah, like that's protected speech still. Like you can't get thrown in prison just for saying oh fire, no matter where you are. Even though it's pretty shitty to do something like that.
Not on YouTube.
Hey, dude, did you see that the Mises Caucus basically like is the Libertarian Party now? They like won all of their whatever it is, like not or yeah, like all their primaries for the party for like party positions within the LP, like the Libertarian National Party. Basically all of basically the Mises Caucus kicked all of the fucking like liberal libertarians out of there. Like the left wing libertarians, they just got them out of there. Like fuck all you guys. Like you guys are like,
Scrubs.
well, have you ever heard of like or whatever it is, ANCOMs, like anarcho communists?
Yeah.
Basically, they're like, we need anarchy, but the government needs to have all the power. The anarchy government. It's like, no, that's just anarchic tyranny, and that's what we live under currently. It's like the government doesn't follow their own rules; they can just do whatever, and it's tyranny. But it's anarchic tyranny because they don't follow like their actual rules anymore. But basically, in the Libertarian National Party, like during all of the COVID lockdowns, all that stuff, like even on like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the Libertarian Party itself for the entire country wasn't like talking about like, hey, the lockdowns are a direct like that's a direct threat against your personal liberty. The government's telling you, hey, you're not allowed to sell hot dogs anymore because the air is scary. You're not allowed to sell hot dogs, and if you try to, we'll throw you in a cage. And they're like, they didn't say anything about that. They didn't say anything about the vaccine mandate, even though the Libertarian Party is about personal liberty. Liberty also involves like the right to, self sovereignty and being able to choose what's right for you and just your one individual, because if you say two individuals, that gets into the abortion debate, which I'm not even going to get into. But yeah, like so, like there's all this like scum and libertarian party, basically the Mises Caucus, which is based on free market economics, and then socioeconomically speaking, beyond that is like just full anarchy, which is good. That's like every shit. Like even like you describe a friendship as anarchy, because it's like if it's like me and you, like if one of us just like if one of us did something so we're like, fuck that guy, I'm not talking to him ever again, that's fine. Nobody would force us to talk to each other ever again. You know what I mean? Like that's anarchy, essentially. It's like there's not one person saying we have to interact with each other. It's like freedom of association, freedom of speech, freedom of all that shit. Freedom to defend yourself. Like if I just decided to start stabbing you for some reason, it was like you would have the right to defend yourself. Like that's libertarian. But some people say, oh no, you need permission and it has to be under a certain circumstance to make it right. Like those people all got ousted from the Libertarian Party. So that's kind of cool to see that the Mises Caucus, which was kind of just a joke that I shared with you a year or two ago about like, hey, we want to repeal the National Firearms Act. Everybody should like if the government's going to subsidize anything, it should be like giving everybody a gun and like a truck. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. It's pretty cool to see that they actually politically took over because like the Libertarian Party's always been like a joke. It's like, oh, they just like weed. And it's like, no, nowadays it's like, no, fuck the federal government. Like,
Yeah.
we have a plan to like infiltrate and, use the Constitution for our advantage, use the economy for our advantage, that type of thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Because it was funny because you were on that call with that, or whatever the hell it was at one point, and
Yeah.
yeah, and you just kind of did it as like, oh, what's this about? But like they actually like that organization kind of like took over an entire political party just recently in the past couple months. Pretty crazy. Cool to see. It is weird though. Isn't it funny in the past month that it's literally gone from supporting Ukraine to the environment to abortion or to gun control, and now it's abortion. Isn't that weird? That's only been like 30 days.
Wait. What was it before that again? Was it like COVID or something, like masks?
Well, yeah, there was COVID, but then it led into the other shit, and mainly like the past 3 weeks has been, gun control and abortion.
Whoopi Goldberg came on 3 months ago talking about Roe v. Wade, dude.
Right. Well, see, that was the deal. Remember, like that shit got leaked or whatever, and but that was kind of the deal. Is like once they got leaked, they were like, well, we actually our best option is to stick with this decision because if we don't, then it like delegitimizes us, and they're going to try to delegitimize us anyways. And honestly, like the Supreme Court isn't like I don't view any government organization as legitimate. Like I don't look up to them as like, oh, they know what the right thing to do is, because all they do is like kill kids in Syria. Like they're not good at like helping people or anything. All they do is devalue our dollar and like kill kids overseas. Like that's like the main two exports of the United States. Is like ruining currencies and killing children. Like that's literally the two exports of the United States.
Yeah,
it's fucking
like
crazy.
Every day for the past like 10 years, 86 children have died in Syria on every single day for the last 10 years or something.
Well, same thing in Yemen. Like Yemen, basically the U.S. encouraged.
Directly.
Well, like what's fucked up about Yemen, and you always hear about that, like you only hear about Yemen within libertarian circles, and they talk about it incessantly to the point where it's almost like, okay, we get it, you don't have to keep repeating it. But what's really fucked up about that situation is that like the U.S. Persuaded Saudi Arabia, which for some reason is our ally.
War is a wonderful control device for. It's like, oh, let's try to fucking boost the economy with war, essentially.
Well, luckily,
blame all of the downfalls on the war.
Right, because it's like, oh, the economy's booming because of war. You know what I mean? It's like it's either you can blame bad stuff on war or you can blame good stuff on war.
Yeah.
It's really weird how that works, but the good thing is that going forward, wars will probably be fought on like the metaverse. So it'll be information wars, info wars, dude. InfoWars was so ahead of its time.
You know how much you can sell that internet handle for?
Tens of millions.
Millions of dollars for Infowars.com. That's got to be a domain name that's worth $1 million at least. Yeah.
Dude, that's what sucks is that, like, I understand Alex Jones. I understand what he's saying. I understand whenever what he's saying is ridiculous, and then I also understand, like, oh, this has some serious credibility behind it. But normal people can't decipher that. They can only see, like, one analog thing at a time. And it's like, here's what it is, here's the context, and here's what you should believe. Like, that's how most people are programmed. But, like, Alex Jones, he's similar to a Trump. It's like, yeah, at the end of the day, I wouldn't want Trump watching my kids. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want Alex Jones babysitting my kids. But they fucking know what they're talking about like 90% of the time. And that's more than what I do. I only know what I'm talking about 60% of the time.
Exactly.
And these people, it's their entire life to know, like,
the reason he's like crazy and shit like that is because
he knows too much.
all he does all day is like fucking research CIA documents and like
Right.
scour over
And,
them.
well, and dude, I've done that before, and
that would make me insane, dude.
Well, no, I've done that before with like just researching random shit. Like whenever you like stay up all night because you cannot stop watching YouTube videos about anything. I was watching it about like the progression of the Industrial Revolution and how it led to petroleum and how that led to future energy sources. Like I was watching this for like I stayed up for a solid 3 days watching this, and it literally made me crazy to where like I would go to sleep finally, and all I would think about was all the videos I was watching, and it's like the only thing in your mind 24 hours a day. And
Dude,
yeah, that makes you like very bombastic.
Craig Petty's is like this fucking Atlanta drug dealer, and nobody really fucking has any videos about him, so I watched all these super fucking underground videos of like explanations of like this guy's drug lifestyle and like how he smuggled stuff in his court case and everything. It was super niche, but it had like 3,000 views like on like a couple of his videos.
It's wild.
But
well, see, I want to start getting into because like like all the conspiracy theories, you always hear them, and they're always like, oh, you can either believe this, which is like the normal thing to think, or you can believe this, which is crazy. I'm always trying to figure out like what's just the truth. Like I don't care how people think of me. I just want to figure out what the actual fucking truth is. And there's a bunch of stuff I want to look into because like honestly, the Oklahoma City bombing is definitely something worth looking into for sure. And I've been hearing a lot of stuff about that recently that I want to look into. But then even like simpler things like why did Andrew Carnegie, why did he become so like prolific within the oil industry and honestly within any industry within early 20th century?
Carnegie Steel, he made 1% of the United States GDP just himself. He wasn't
well, right, but how did he get to that
he wasn't a part of a publicly traded company, so this isn't like fucking Jeff Bezos rich. This is one dude that has all of that wealth, 1% of America's GDP for like 10 years. He was incredibly wealthy, and he was able to buy the presidency with McKinley, who was then an Ohio State Senator in 1897. And then they had him assassinated in 1901. Him and Ford.
McKinley,
Ford and Carnegie, they are the ones that influenced that first election, and that's when everybody went downhill from there. It's just been
well, you know what happened about 20 years later was the Great Depression. About 20 years later was the Great Depression, and then after that was the creation of the Federal Reserve. And then they eventually got off the gold standard because guess what? Like these monopolies started running the company or the country, but these monopolies couldn't exist without the government giving them full permission to exclusivity basically in their business to run exactly how they wanted to. Like because that was also during the time of antitrust laws because that was a big thing. That's actually what Carnegie actually was. The basis of the original antitrust laws, I believe it was the Carnegie Corporation, and then also, it was the East India Company or the West India Company, whatever it was, remember that, like the
railroad company?
No, the West Indian Trade Company or something like that, and basically it was like the world's first global monopoly, and there was like this whole legal suit about it, but of course this was in like prehistoric United States times, where it did set legal precedent, but it did not apply to today, and that's what basically all corporate laws are based off of today was like the monopolization of something in the late 1700s, which is just bizarre to think about because obviously there's so many different industries nowadays that are spurred from something as simple as coal, like literally. Like, or just mining, like lithium, cobalt. You think about precious metals like that, like what that's led to. But like, see, that's the deal is like, people are like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. But like, everything is a conspiracy. Every single like public figure that you're looked at that you like grow up looking at as like a god character, like a Steve Jobs or a Jeff Bezos or even like an Andrew Carnegie, even a Thomas Edison, even even like a Martin Luther King Jr. Even like on social stuff versus like actual like physical production. All those people were like their origins were controlled, like they were derived from something that was planned. It wasn't like an organic grassroots thing. Like whenever people are like, "Oh yeah, Henry Ford built his business from the ground up," well, he was actually floating a shitload of investments off of like the Union after the Civil War or something like that. Like he basically got a bunch of it wasn't inheritance, but it was like bonds based off of the war to be like, hey, the North needs to be the forefront of the Industrial Revolution, or else we're going to lose all credibility. Like it was weird stuff like that. Have you heard of stuff like that? It's just like everything is political through history, and like basically every single person that's been famous throughout history for something crazy, 50% of the country at that time viewed them as like a Donald Trump figure, like, oh, it's evil, he's crazy, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Wild.
That shit is pretty wild.
I like the purple or the pink, whatever you got right there. I like that.
Yeah, it says minimalist on there instead of block. I like how it says.
Yeah,
like,
look, I don't have anything in my room. I'm minimalist as hell.
Let's look at things. All right, let's go to the beginning of this.
Cold War.
I don't know. Cold War.
Train that's on track. What the fuck does that mean? Like, I remember. Oh, lifting arm.
Math equations. This is for math physics.
I don't
Math.
remember why we actually made
Again.
these this many. Design consultant. Hospital engineer.
Like and subscribe. Follow our Patreon.
That's not how you spell Patreon.
That is a great idea.
And tattoos, tax season. Oh, that was from April. Nice.
Yeah, dude. Chili chat, dude.
I don't remember what that was. Maybe one of us was making chili.
Chat. There's one that says dog ass.
Dog ass. $1.05, bitch.
The whole point of the video. Matt admits he's a lizard.
Dude, I can't wait to hear what the next vaccine's going to be. I just can't wait to get the update. July 5th, baby. You drop.
I know. What is it going to be?
I could give a shit less about an apocalyptic event because, like nobody can control that shit. So why even stress? Like, if I did know that something was for sure, I would just live like the chillest life up until that point. I just quit my job. I just sit around, just like hanging out. I'd probably listen to music as loud as fuck, and like my neighbors would be banging on my door and be like, fuck you, the world's ending. And then like the world doesn't end, and then you just get kicked out of your house, and like you lose your job, and then, like all that shit. Yeah, that's the life, man.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah, fuck REM, dude. Yeah, that's basically that's life, man.
Copyright strikes for me just singing that because it was so beautiful.
Probably, dude. YouTube is like a wasteland nowadays. I'll be watching, like, I try to watch stuff on YouTube, and it's like, oh, in this podcast they used a bit of a song to joke about, but you can't hear what song it is because it's all like silenced out by YouTube, like automatically. Like if you play like Hell's Bells by AC/DC, they send you like a $10,000 bill. Basically, it's fucking nuts. They like invoice you for using music. It's not that they just they don't just like demonetize you anymore. They just like straight up like send you an invoice.
That's insane.
It's like you're telling me I gotta pay $600 because I used this song on a video of my kid's like 5th grade graduation. Come on, fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, you just send it to China, dude. Put it on TikTok. You can't get it.
Yeah, dude. Oh, have you seen the Instagram update? It's fucking trash. They made it look like TikTok.
No way.
Yeah, Instagram's weird now. It's like so Instagram, it's like you don't see pictures anymore. It's just videos now. Which is like I thought Instagram was all about pictures. Like that's what Instagram means is like an instant like photogram. I don't know what that is. But you know what I mean. It seems like this is like, pictures. That's what it used to be, was like a photography app. And now it's just like basically TikTok.
Like eat a gram in an instant, hit up Instagram.
Well, and what's weird is it's all just like third world like construction videos. It's like, here's how you build a garage, and they immediately start with like super glue. Like super glue and popsicle sticks. Like here's how you decrease your property value, like in a 5-minute video. And it's like, what the fuck? That's like what TikTok's for. That's not. Instagram is like to see people either trying too hard or not trying hard enough, and they're failing. That's what Instagram's for. It's like it's the raw, like not even footage. It's just like pictures. It's like snapshots of like, hey, this person thought getting their lip pierced 3 times would be a good idea. Now they look like, fucking Hot Topic employee. That's just how it goes. So, oh well. But I'm glad I got to see you enjoy a quesadilla this evening. I think that was, definitely pumped up my my spirit a little bit. I need to figure out what to do for dinner now that it's 9:30.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I always forget you're an hour ahead. It's gotta be tough. Gotta be tough with your
It's not
sun
really
rising at the same time as it does here.
Like fucking World War II videos before I go to bed,
Dude, I've been watching. Did you know that every episode of Modern Marvels is free on YouTube?
Yeah.
I've been watching History Channel shit like crazy on YouTube. It's so
History
good.
Channel shit goes
So
in,
good.
dude.
I love Modern Marvels because, like, the reenactments they do of stuff and always like so fake. It's like, these are the men that built the Empire State Building, and it's like just like all these like theater students like on a green screen. But no, that's the best shit. I've been watching that about that, and then like the like military stuff, like like the first aircraft carriers, and like just crazy stuff. I love History
Watching
Channel.
a ton of war shit, Dad. I'm trying to learn
Fuck
about
yeah.
history.
Damn, that's actually what I'm about to go do. I'm about to go get in bed and watch History Channel for about 3 hours.
That's literally what I was gonna do, dude.
Fuck yeah. Just fall asleep like listening to history. You have dreams about the Industrial Revolution and the atom bomb, all that shit. Good stuff. Like and subscribe, everybody. If you want to hear more less than mediocre content, just go ahead and follow us right there by the link. I think this is episode, what did you say? 19 episodes, 19 views total on all episodes. So.
Dude, catch us next week for our 20th episode grand fucking special episode.
Oh, that's right. And then next week we're gonna do it at 4:00. So it's 4:20. Dude. I can't see what episode this is. It's gonna be crazy.
Forget, but catch like we're on Thursday night now, but I put out an announcement on our Shorts channel on Wednesday, and I said, hey, we're gonna do it tonight. So I'm sorry for our normal viewers who normally view us on Wednesday nights. But I did put a note out there. I don't have access to the communities because I don't think we have enough subs yet, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll start a Facebook page that gets banned immediately. So everybody join that for the day that it's up at some point. And yeah, we'll take it from there. I think we'll probably rent a Jupiter jump at some point, somewhere in like, I don't know, like somewhere in Ohio where people can just randomly show up. And if they want to use it, they can. We won't be there. We won't be there.
Podcast meetup, dude.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. We'll probably go to Pork Fest next year in New Hampshire. That's like the libertarian meetup like every year, and it's like a camping trip in New Hampshire. And it's you just go there and just like you can buy ammo, you can buy guns, and then like raw milk, like all the illegal shit you can just buy at this libertarian meetup. That'd be pretty fun. Go to Pork Fest. Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing that at some point. That'd be pretty fun. Just go meet a bunch of autistic people who are like, fuck yeah, I got a ton of guns, and I'm autistic. You know, like that'd be so cool. That actually might be a good idea. That might not be a bad waste of like $600 on a weekend, you know?
Yeah,
like
that sounds like a lot
some
of
like
fun.
libertarian meetup.
I would probably go do something like that. Dude.
I know that actually doesn't sound so bad.
That sounds fun, dude.
Yeah, get some matching like meet a bunch of like famous people that actually have successful podcasts. Those types of people.
We can get them to promote our podcast, dude.
Oh man, we got to give them something to promote though. There's really not too much here. I think we talked about quesadillas.
We could be like, yeah, dude, we just
tropical
did our
plants.
20th episode. We have like, a ton of subscribers. We won't be specific at all.
That's right. Yeah, we just got to fill the gap. Like,
and then
we're basically the next Joe Rogan.
They'll shout us out and they'll be like, Legalnamepodcast. People will get into us because we have loads of content. Like, I'm talking.
All right. Oh yeah, like
so much
next
content.
Well, like next week we have an interview with Dr. Peterson, Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. He's going to be talking about how to clean your room in Canada, and he's a master psychologist. He's gonna be great. So we've got him and Ben Shapiro. He's on the next week. Ben Shapiro.
Dude, the next episode is going to be titled Peterson. Dr. Peterson appears live or something. We're going to pay
that'd
him.
Be hilarious. It'd be hilarious.
Hey, hit that like and subscribe button if you want JP on here, Dr. JP.
Well, it's just like the thing you were saying like a couple weeks ago. You're like, yeah, dude, this random channel that hasn't been active in 10 years just posted an interview with Alex Jones. Like, like it's gonna be some shit like that where it's like, oh yeah, we got Ben Shapiro and Joe Rogan. Like, it's like, it's like clearly some sort of psyop.
It was like some Christian Hispanic guy, and he got he bought the rights to the interview or something and posted them.
And it's a channel with 40 subscribers, and they have like a freaking interview with Mark Zuckerberg.
The video already has 1 million views somehow, and he still only has 40 subscribers.
Damn. Yeah. Well, we'll be there soon. Just give it a couple weeks. I'm still waiting to hear back from Donald Trump's people. But we'll get them on, or Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. I've reached out to all their agents. We'll see if we can get them on.
I actually reached out to Hunter Biden's agents earlier, but I haven't heard back either.
Yeah, we're gonna do a bong rip with Hunter Biden.
He's a busy guy being on the board of like the fucking Ukraine thing, and he's making like $86,000 a month.
Yeah, everybody tune in July 28th. We have Hunter Biden on explaining us how to further refine Russian petroleum, crude oil, into a profitable export. He's an expert on this, so much so that he's worth an $8 million per year salary. So we're going to figure that out. Also, Rosie O'Donnell's coming on to debate Donald Trump on why she's such a fat hog. And we're going to get to the bottom of that, as well as we're having the entire staff of CNN show up so we can tar and feather them. Like and subscribe. If you want to see all the guests that we had on, please message them if you know people, because I don't know how to contact those people. I'm sure they're not very happy coming from my email address, which is plentyofturds@gmail.com. So yeah, this is all a joke. This is all parody. This is under section 5.13-Simoleon A of the U.S. Constitutional Free Speech Act of Corporations. Just because we said we support Al Qaeda, we don't. That was a joke. So we'll see you next week when we have an interview with Kermit the Frog, and the whole Jimmy Fallon's coming on to do a dance with Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. We're going to sing about why abortions are good for 8-year-old trans kids. So everybody have a wonderful evening, and tune in next week to the Legal Name Podcast.